What up, motherfuckers? Happy Wednesday. What the gay guy beside me said.
Who's that?
We're not judging you. We're celebrating you. We're not judging you or condemning you. We're celebrating you, Jeff. We're celebrating your gayness. We're happy for you.
Well, it's spooky season.
It is spooky
Ghost
season.
aren't spooky.
Is that a ghost or a Klansman? Or a snowflake?
I see what you did there. And that is literally my funniest story of tonight. I'm calling it now because I literally when I saw it, I had to look it up to see if it was real.
Yeah, I should just jump on top of it. I should just jump on top of it and just say it because we're constantly, you're constantly scooping me.
Well, no, but in all fairness, we both found this story. What's the word for it?
Oh no, I had it saved all. Yeah,
I saw it on TikTok and I was like, no way, this is fucking real. And then I mentioned it. So and you said, oh, I got that story too. And I was like, nice.
Yeah.
I'll let you go ahead with it because it's, I got the picture, but I'm sure you did a little more research.
Yeah, they've been talking about it all week on all the different shows. I think I heard it Monday and I was like, oh my God, Wednesday can't get here soon enough. And then
I said the same thing. I saw it on Monday. I saw it on Monday on TikTok and I was like, oh, is it Wednesday yet? No, fuck.
Yeah, and and I listen to talk radio all day, every day. So all the shows have been talking about it all week. But no, nonetheless,
it made me want to go to Bed Bath and Beyond. I'm just saying.
Hey, we'll get into that here in just a little bit. Yeah. Golly, man, what is?
But it's one of those things. Like it's. And the reason why I say that, and I'll let you do your intro here in a second. The reason why I say that is it's going to be destroyed. They're not going to find them anymore. So it's like a piece of history. Because it's a snowflake that offended snowflakes. Let's be honest.
I've got a little bit more info on that. First and foremost, shout out to my man AJG. See him right there on this shirt. Got the new shirt in, featuring him and our boy Jay Valor with the new song. Knocking on Heaven's Door. Go ahead and check that out. Check out AJG at AJG_305 and our guy Jay Valor at Jay Valor everywhere. You listen to music and on all social media. I think I have.
Funnier about that, the concept of knocking on heaven's door. You and I will never be able to do that because we're not getting past the gate, buddy.
Yeah, we can. We can knock on the door all day because we're going to be at the door.
They're not going to let us in. They're not going to let us in. I'm just saying. The door is the most we'll see. Like when it opens, we can peek in, but that's about it.
Yeah, we can. Well, yeah, I mean, we can knock on the door all day long. We'll absolutely drive them, But no, well, happy Wednesday. Welcome to What the Fuck News, brought to you by the Nonsensical Network. If you're not already, go ahead and check us out. We are everywhere: Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. Got our little official news banner scrolling, our little ticker. It's scrolling right down there.
A little ticker.
Shows are live Monday through Sunday on YouTube. You can hang out with us live, get in the chatters box, shoot the shit with us, hang out. And you can listen anytime, any place, wherever you listen to podcasts at. All the podcasting platforms we are on. The Nonsensical Network, or simply go to bio.link/Nonsensical Network. All of our links are there, including our merch link as well. We do got some goodies up there for grabs. Well, not for grabs. You got to pay for them. But if you want to grab you something, we greatly appreciate that. And, like I say, if you buy something, snap a little selfie, send it our way. We'll throw it up on our social media as a way to say thank you. I'll be doing that later.
You realize once people do start buying it, you know how many Winnie the Pooh pics you'll get? Just saying.
I don't care. We all have photo editing. We all have photo editing tools. I mean, I can crop.
I'm just saying, because some assholes like, click what's a picture? Here you go, buddy.
Yeah. Well, there's There's good and bad that comes with that. So I'm sure we'll get some good too. At the end of the day. But no, go ahead, give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share if you'd be so kind. We definitely appreciate those shares out there. But welcome to What the Fuck News. He's Jeff. I'm Glick. We're not going to waste any more time. We were already talking about it, so we'll go ahead and start the show off with it. I got a bunch of shit here. Hold on one second.
I do too.
That's gross. That's going to be a fun one. There we go. So Bath and Body Works got into a little bit of trouble with one of their most recent candles. I get it. I think it's dumb that people are upset. I think that you're really going a little too far
but
with
once
it.
You see it, you can't unsee it.
But again, when is enough enough? Because the more I look at it, and I'll tell you what I think it looks like. But so I'm sure you guys have probably heard this. Bath and Body Works has stopped selling a candle that was emblazoned or with a winter theme that many commenters online compared to the Ku Klux Klan hood. Now it is the candle is called Snowed In, and the picture that's on the front is supposed to be a snowflake. Jeff, if you want to go ahead, yeah. So
it's a paper snowflake.
It's not that far of a stretch.
It's not,
but it's a stretch. You're really, people are really, and I'm going to go ahead and call it Spanish.
To me, it looks like aliens.
Exactly. That's when I first seen the picture. I thought it looked like aliens.
Yeah,
but I'm going to go ahead and call it Spanish on this one.
But once you see what everybody's saying, it says where it's supposed to be Klan members, you can't unsee it.
Yeah, the candle was labeled Snowed In, and it was decorated with a stylized paper snowflake. But many people on social media compared it to hoods and robes worn by the Klans members of the Triple K. It is one of the oldest and most infamous hate groups in the United States, according to Southern Poverty Law Center. We all know who the KKK are. The candle has since been pulled from Bath and Body Works website and retail locations, with the company telling CNN in a statement, it was designed unintentionally. I want to say this. Not one person that worked there thought on the design team. And second of all, who was offended by this?
I'm going to tell you who it was. White women worried about what they're.
I'm going to tell you who it is. It's the same people who always go after people for racism. It's the fucking goddamn white saviors who think they have to save everybody.
See shit out of this thing
because they're guilty. They're guilty for being racist fucking pigs themselves. So they have
to
go
after everybody. It's the same people who. If that's what you saw when you first saw it. That means you're racist, not the candle.
It's the same people who went after the Washington Redskins. Meanwhile, the Native Americans, the indigenous people were going, we're not mad.
We're kind of happy.
The same people that went after Jeep Cherokees and saying, well, Jeep Cherokee's racist. Indigenous people were going, we're not mad.
Yeah,
who's mad? White people. Yeah. White people are mad. It's the same people
Calm down, Karen.
It's the same people who have tried to go after the Florida State University Seminoles. And thank God for the Seminole tribe basically running and controlling all of Florida, because they're like, yo, you back off our college football team, motherfuckers.
Yeah. Don't play it.
So I probably, me personally, I probably would have never put two and two together and been like,
I agreed. I did not see it until I read the article. Well, like I said, I watched it on TikTok, and it shows the picture, and it's somebody talking about how basically giving the story just like you did. And I wasn't really paying attention because I'm watching TV while I'm scrolling, and I saw it, and my first thought was, calm down, Karen.
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, I didn't see it right away. I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. It's in the shape of a snowflake. Like, however, if you're going to redesign, like you can still put the candle out. You take off the label, you put on a Bob Ross snow theme, barn in the snow, covered in snow. You're golden, So
happy little trees.
Happy little trees and happy little snowflakes.
Yeah.
And the people that are getting pissed off are the snowflakes.
Well, the people are going to get mad at the next one that comes
Klansmen, and they don't even notice.
But
happy little Klansmen.
Just some happy little Klansmen burning a happy little cross.
Yes. Can I redesign the candle, please?
Yeah. When I first seen the picture, honest to goodness, my first thought was, oh, they look like aliens. And then I was
like, they look like aliens. And then when they said Klansmen, I was like, oh, I see it. But until I saw that, until I heard it say Klansmen, I didn't see it. I was like, why do they have aliens on white aliens?
Yeah.
And so they look like Klansmen. I was like, oh shit, they do.
Yeah. At Bath and Body Works, they said, we are committed to listening to our teams and our customers, and committed to fixing any mistakes we make, even those that are unintentional, like this one, a spokesperson said. We apologize to anyone who are offended and are swiftly working to have the item removed and are evaluating our process going forward. You gotta love Reddit. Commenters on Reddit jumped in on the design choice, calling it a clandle.
Nice.
Or a clan Christmas candle, all spelled in K's. Some people who tried ordering the candle after the controversy erupted last week said on social media that their orders have been canceled. They canceled the canceled candle. This is the crazy part. It's been seen on eBay. People have already got their hands on this candle.
And this is what I was talking about before the show.
Yeah,
because
they've already got their hands on this candle. Yeah,
it's iconic. It's one of those things where that candle in that form is worth 10 times what you paid for it, because some asshole like me wants it just so I can be like, does this look racist to you? I'm not a racist. I have a snowflake candle.
Well, yes, Jeff.
So
that's why you.
We all know
you're a racist. Yeah, we all know you're a racist. No, so obviously
Can I
before,
get a bunch of them, put
this,
them in the shape of a cross, and then light them.
Yeah. Before.
I need 10. I just need 10.
Yeah, before this controversy came out, obviously they were already on sale and people already got their hands on them. So they have appeared on eBay. One person attempting to sell the candle. Now these candles usually run, depending upon if you catch on a sale or not. They're anywhere between $5 and $15 at Bath and Body Works. If you catch it on their sales, you can get like 100 candles for $20 because they bring in the new lines and the new scents and the seasons.
It's just like,
it's like we just want them gone. We want the old stuff gone, so we're literally giving it away. I don't know if you've seen this or not. If you've seen it, just let me know.
No, I haven't.
Have you seen it? So take a wild guess at how much this eBay seller is attempting to sell a candle for. Pretty close. $350.
Damn, I was close.
So do the math. Do the math on the uptick on that. A $10-$15 candle.
That's what I said.
For,
I'm not saying my Klansmen more. But once again, I want a bunch so I can sell them online because I'll make a fucking mint.
Yeah,
I did. Didn't get past
the company.
I fell down the stairs.
The company did not respond for a request of the comment on the eBay situation. Candles are a staple of Bath and Body Works collection.
Power.
Yeah. They just put WP.
Hashtag
WP. The candles are a staple of Bath and Body Works collection, which has evolved beyond soaps and lotions. And every year, the retailer rolls out its collection of holiday scented candles that amount to nearly 40% of its annual sales. People go crazy for these fucking candles, man.
But here's my thing. It's very much like Nazi memorabilia. I'm not a Nazi, but I'm not going to buy memorabilia. But there are people out there that buy memorabilia from Nazi times.
Yeah, so I mean, it's the same thing. They're the big true crime people. They'll buy serial killer memorabilia or you know.
So this has potential. Like I bet you if you were to buy when they were on sale back in before the controversy, if you were to buy like 10 of them and sit on them for like 3 years, they'll be $1,000 a pop.
Oh yeah. The thing is, just like everything else, by next week, the thing is, by next week, nobody's going to care.
Exactly.
They wait 2 weeks, and they use the same snowflake and make it a rainbow colored snowflake, and everybody's going to be like, Bed Bath and Beyond's, they are all inclusive. They've got the new Pride candle out, but
it's the exact same logo, just
2 weeks ago. No, that's not what it is.
They're rainbow colored Klansmen.
Yeah.
They're stupid.
Yeah, that's super.
I'm going to work on that this week. I'm going to put this into one of my programs and repaint it, send it to Bed Bath Beyond, and they're going to pay me. Hey, I got the new design for your candle. Here it is with rainbow. And change the name to Multiple Snowdens. Inclusive Snowden. I'm just saying. No, and you're right. In like 3 weeks, you did have a Nazi.
Why, Connor? Why, Connor?
And like you said, in 3 weeks, nobody's going to give a shit. Like if nobody would have noticed by the end of the season, they would have sold these for like $1 a piece to get them the fuck out of the door, and nobody would care.
Yeah, exactly. So,
I think you know what it comes down to, and this is something I noticed over the past couple of weeks. As quote unquote broke as people are, they got too much fucking time on their hands.
Mm-hmm.
Because really broke people don't give a shit about this stuff. They're worried about what am I going to eat today. Like I said, calm down, Karen. From one Karen to another, buddy. Did you hear what happened in New Zealand?
I don't think so. I don't really
New Zealand.
New
Zealanders. This just came up. So a New Zealand ship sank. It was a warship. Here it is. The New Zealand lesbian naval commander sinks a $100 million naval vessel.
Oh, I did kind of hear a little bit about this.
Yeah. The only reason they mentioned that she was a lesbian is because she was New Zealand's diversity hire. This is not a joke. They didn't give her the ship because she's, got the chops. She obviously has the chops. She's an admiral. Here she is. She's got the chops. She's been in the Navy for a while. The fact that she's a lesbian had nothing to do with it. The fact that she wrecked and sunk the ship happened to be the fact that she's a woman. No. I did see that on TikTok. That was a video I was trying to find. No, it comes down to
you're not scoring any points.
No, I'm not. No, they gave her the command for the simple fact that she is, they're like, we need somebody this new $100 million ship. We need somebody to run it. They're like, well, we can't get an old white dude. That would be bad. Then she sinks it. But the prime minister is being called a what'd it say? A misogynist. The New Zealand defense minister issued a statement rebuking of what she said was vile and misogynistic on online remarks, armchair admiral, because it ran aground first, then it caught fire, then sank. And apparently the prime minister's like, she basically said what I did. Well, it's because she's a lesbian woman. And we were like, that's misogynistic. I'm like, well, but yeah, it's 75 people were aboard and were evacuated safely. Minor injuries. The vessel ran aground. They were doing a reef inspection and hit the reef. Now, I'm not saying it's the captain's fault, because at the end of the day, she doesn't even steer. If you've ever been part of a military operation, the captain is just telling you where to go. And you were like, you can't go there because there's a reef there, Cap. Let's turn left. So I don't blame her. But yeah, she has 30 years of naval experience.
Damn.
Yeah, so there's no evidence of major fuel spill. It was just off the coast of Somalia. There is highly probable of an oil spill because it had 50 tons of oil on it. It was leaking oil in 3 different places. So, yeah, she's going to be kind of in trouble because at the end of the day, when you are a captain of a ship, the buck stops at you. But I just thought it was funny that they mentioned she's a lesbian. What does that have to do with the price of tea in China?
I was going to say, I mean,
the fact that she's a lesbian has nothing to do with it.
I don't think it matters if she's a lesbian or if she's a woman, or it doesn't matter any of that. I mean, what it boils down to is what caused the ship to sink, you know?
Right. And it comes down to the captain tells you where to go. If you're steering the ship and the captain's like, go left, you're like, yeah, that's not a good idea, Cap. Maybe we should go right. And she's like, yeah, well, go left anyways. And that's where the problem lies. So, like I said, the buck stops with her. So, but
yeah, like
a TikTok, it was like the fact that she's a lesbian had nothing to do with it. The fact that she's a woman driving a ship, that's the problem. I did see that on TikTok. I was going to play it, but I couldn't find it again. I was so mad at myself.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, she's obviously put the time and all that into.
I'm sorry, if you're in the Navy for 30 years and you don't know how to captain a ship, you got bigger issues.
Yeah. The women terrorist.
The women terrorist.
Well, yeah, that's the other big problem right there, Brian. Remember, in this day and age, everything is about identity. Yeah, no,
exactly.
That's the thing. You know, none of that matters. Like I said, you know, if there was a mistake that was made, then
well, regardless of who made the mistake, the buck stops with her.
Yeah. But if there was something that was completely out of anybody's control, then, you know, again, it has nothing to do with being male, woman, gay, straight, lesbian, or black, white, purple, green, or anything like that. Now, I don't know how the New Zealand. I don't know.
All over the fact that she was a diversity hire. She wasn't a diversity hire when she joined the Navy. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I don't know how the New Zealand Navy works. I don't know if they're that woke. They're like, yeah, you're definitely not qualified because, you know, you've been sitting at a desk for the last 30 years, you know, doing taxes.
There's the difference, right? Exactly.
Yeah, and now we need
a diversity. Here, Karen, go drive this boat. She's like, I don't.
We need a female member. Yeah, we need a female member of the LGBTQ to captain a ship. So here you go. Have fun. You know, that's a different story.
$100 million ship.
Yeah.
But the funniest thing, I was watching an interview. They were interviewing the fleet admiral and
that sounds fucking cool as hell,
prime minister. And the news reporter asked, "Is the boat insured?" And they both went, "I don't know. We haven't asked." I'm sure it's insured. I don't know how insurance works when it comes to military, but I'm pretty sure. The thing is, like, if you look at the U.S. Navy versus 90% of navies around the world, U.S. Navy ships look 30 years old when they are a couple weeks old because they get used all the time. Where a lot of these other countries, when they have a navy, they don't use their boats all the time, so their boats always look brand new. They're painted constantly. So this thing was like 30 days out when she wrecked it. And I say she because she's the captain. At the end of the day, the buck stops with her. I don't think it has anything to do with the fact that she's a woman. I don't think it has anything. The whole lesbian thing shouldn't even factor into it. But
who cares?
I do find it funny.
Doesn't enjoy a good sloppy taco. I'm just saying.
I identify as a lesbian. But speaking of women,
right? Yeah, what Brian said: merits and credentials matter, not fucking identities.
Agreed.
Saltwater takes a toll on everything.
Oh, exactly. Speaking of women,
shut up, Connor, you jackass.
What do you say?
What they say?
Damn it! I wish I would have thought of that. I'm so mad. So speaking of women, a Washington State woman called 911.
You hate women.
Well, no. Take a guess why she called 911.
There was 500 raccoons in her front lawn.
100? There was 100 of them.
I was just talking shit out of my ass.
No,
I see that. I just seen the headline.
And I say hounded because it's capitalized. Hounded by 100 raccoons. Sheriff's deputy in Washington, Kitsap County, frequently get calls about animal, loose livestock, problem dogs, but 911 call they received recently from a woman being hounded by dozens of raccoons swarming her house near Polsobo. Stood out. The woman reported having to flee from her property after 50 to 100 raccoons. Well, that's a big difference. Which is it, 50 or 100? Descended upon it, acting aggressive. There's a big difference between 50 and 100. I'm sorry. A spokesperson for the sheriff's office said she told deputies she started feeding the family of raccoons decades ago. There's your problem.
Well, they brought it on herself. Yeah, she brought it on her fucking self.
Yeah. It was fine up until about 6 weeks earlier when numbers showed up from a handful to around 100. There's your problem, Karen. Stop feeding the fucking wildlife. I solved it. We solved the case right there. Stop feeding wild animals. Raccoons are one of those animals that's like, hey, Bob, we found food. Pass it along. This lady's handing out free corn and shit. I mean, there's your problem. Stop feeding them.
You brought it on yourself. You can't. That's like a drug dealer who gets robbed and calls the cops.
Well, from Washington into Canada, a woman pleaded guilty. She pleads guilty to trying to smuggle something across the Vermont Lake into Canada by kayak. What was she smuggling, Chris?
Wait a minute. A woman from Canada?
So she was at Vermont Lake, and she was going into Canada. So by kayak, no less. And she was accused, and she pled guilty to smuggling. What was she smuggling?
Maple syrup.
29 turtles.
Oh, I did see that. I was like, just dumb. You really do hate women tonight, man.
I literally just I put in my Google search earlier today. I put in
what up, Chaka?
What the fuck news, and I saw these are the ones that caught my eye. I didn't realize they were all women until now, except for I have another one about a guy.
Brian, I sent you the link. If you're interested, you got to stay on topic, and we're got to stay on time.
So a woman from China pled guilty on Friday to attempting to smuggle 29 box turtles.
Why was she
protected
smuggling
species across the Vermont Lake into Canada by kayak. Wei Yao Ni, 41, was arrested on the morning of the 28th, this is last month, at an Airbnb in Canada as she was about to get into an inflatable kayak, inflatable nonetheless, with a duffel bag on Lake Wilkins. According to Border Patrol, and filed in federal court. Wow! Apparently, those turtles go for $1,000 a piece, dude, because they're endangered
Jesus
species.
Christ! Yeah.
So I don't.
What do they
I
use
kind
them
of don't
for?
blame her.
Like
Soup,
turtle soup?
I guess.
They probably put them in some like weird like.
So the agents searched her heavy duffel bag and found 29 live eastern box turtles individually wrapped in socks. The eastern box turtle is sold in the Chinese black market for $1,000 as an aphrodisiac. Wow, aphrodisiac.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I was trying to.
Yeah.
Think
you
of.
know, what is it with the Asian population? With everything's an aphrodisiac for something. Yeah, like they're like bull testicles will make you harder than a rock. You know all this. Apparently, box turtles will do it too.
Well, they use all. Well, Brian, you're Asian.
Yeah, you're Asian. Brian, explain it to us. What do you use to get yourself hard? Is it the box turtle? Finn? What's up?
Box turtles? Dude. No, I have very, very, very like a micro, like a half calorie of knowledge on box turtle. But no, man, I'm
watching the wrong porn. I'm just saying.
I'm a old school man, like water buffalo, maybe like a 2-year-old cat, 5-year-old dog. Hey. That goes on the grill.
Yeah.
It's just, but that's only if I'm really, really hungry. But I mean, I got food in the fridge. I'm good.
I have.
Glick was drooling. Like Sunday, you know what that is.
This one I have to show you guys because
hold on, Joe.
No, go ahead.
Calm down.
But this
prematurely. You're prematurely ejaculating there.
This one, the reason why I bring this one up because next year.
Okay, well, you can bring it up after break.
And I'm going to charge you with. You're going to have to do this next year.
Well, you could.
That's the teaser before the break.
Load. Yeah, when we come back from break, we're going to take a real quick break. Like I said, we're gonna do our damnedest to stay on time tonight. And be out of here in 2 hours. And I'm going to be out of here in 2 hours. I can't speak for the rest of the guys. I will peace out this bitch. I'm hungry. And I am ready to already go to sleep. Holy crap. But we're going to take a real quick break. As you guys can see, I'm rocking my man's new gear. My man AJG with Jay Valor. Knocking on Heaven's Door. We're going to play their music. And you can find this at, what is it? Reinventedmerch.com, I think is what it is. I'll have to look it up. If not, he'll kick my ass. No, but we'll be back here in just a few minutes. Here's AJG featuring Jay Valor with Knocking on Heaven's Door.
I be feeling like I be tired of life, trying to find the right words to say. Like if I get on the mic and word the pain, maybe it'll help to take some hurt away. And I could blossom through this dirt or lay. I could turn the page, used to burst some sage, maybe learn to pray so I could earn my way into heaven to protest at the pearly gates. Cause I don't feel I'm worthy, wait. I hear footsteps start to turn my way. I don't got beef, just a 38. I let something fly out this birdie's cage till it's empty. Don't tempt me, but these footsteps stepping gently. They don't want me dead, evidently. Ask who sent you, they ask who sent me. Now, knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. They're telling me don't be afraid. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Every everything's gonna be okay. I hear we going back and forth. Someone started banging on the bathroom door, asking why they hearing so much laughing for. Then a man in the mirror passed the torch, thinking that's so weird. Ain't no one here, never seen someone disappear without death. Ain't no plug for this outlet. Voices tell me I ain't bout shit. Seen a halo flicker on a pitchfork. Hard to tell who's the victor. Shit, I slit my wrist before you get yours, and I'll get mine for you slit yours. I'm big time, but they ignore my lil shine, scaring big boys. My foolish pride full of liquor. Shit, here's a 50, go ahead and get more. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. They're telling me don't be afraid. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Everything's gonna be okay. Watch the devil crash through the youth. Only blunt I pass you is truth. Don't get the rap shit misconstrued. I never dump ashes on you. It's all love when you roll with me. I'm just trying to roll in peace. Doesn't mean I won't shoot. If you're trying to put a hole in me, it just means that I'm kind, not weak. More knocking to the blinds I creep. Peek through the side, trying to be discreet. Soon as I look, eyes on me. Nah, I'm just tripping, maybe I'm just dreaming. Maybe I just took a hit and started tweaking. I just can't believe it, the shit that I'm seeing. It was a kid and the kid was me, damn. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. They're telling me don't be afraid. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Everything's gonna be okay. Feeling filled up with the joy, fearing that the feelings are decoy, fearing that the fearing just the inner voice. Am I just a little boy knocking at heaven's door? Did I spend my core searching for metaphors, trying to work it right just to get ignored? Maybe they heard it right, maybe I'm for it, but I feel like I might when the extension cord's plugged into the mic. I feel I might. All this rage inside, this is dynamite. That's why little boy went to hide outside. Guess I scared him out. I apologize. Maybe I ain't never locked him out. He just didn't like being talked about. And since I'm a father, I got daughters now. Taught me how to treat myself when these thoughts come out. Come in, baby. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. They're telling me don't be afraid. Knock, knock, knocking on heaven's door. Everything's gonna be okay.
I like that. That's good.
I love that fucking song.
Nice. Very nice.
Both guys, former guests of the show. Nice. I got them all over me tonight. Oh, yeah, they're on Glick's body. You like that, boys? Jay Valor and AJG love being on Glick's body. No, both those guys. I mean, I had a lot of fun hanging out with.
I'm a real man. I could have other men on my shirt.
Yeah. I'm secure. Look at my man titties. Make them bounce.
There's a reason why we can only see the top half of his body. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
that shirt is the only thing.
It's all about the angles, y'all. No,
Anthony, I don't know if you'll hear this, but another reason why we're canceled, my friend. Another reason why we're canceled. No, AJG and Jay Valor, both former guests on my show. You can find them, Jay Valor Music, everywhere, all the socials, wherever you listen to music. And AJG_305. You can find him everywhere on the socials and wherever you guys stream music. They're showing some love. They're both putting out some awesome music, doing some big things, and definitely honored to call them both friends. We became friends, and you know, I'm definitely looking forward to watch these guys do their things. But welcome back to What the Fuck News, everybody. Speaking of the social medias, don't forget we are everywhere, and we have merch, and it's all at our bio.link/nonsensical network. You know the drill. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share, and don't forget to smash them like bucket, like them blah blah. Smash them like
button.
Yeah, and ring that bell.
And ring the bell for further alerts for when you go live.
Ding, 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 ding.
Ring my bell. Ring my bell. Anywho, Jeff. Brian, what's going on tonight, man? What's going on with you? Before Jeff gets
no. Okay. There's a story behind that, but It involves my older brother, and I'll tell you, I'll tell you guys off camera, but I can't say it. I can't. I'm not.
Understood.
It's just when you said that, it's like I had flashbacks. I'm like, oh God, not this again.
Well, before our break, I was mentioning that when is the official wedding date that you're getting married, Click?
10/25/25.
Oh, so you guys are gonna have to do it the year after next. But on the 12th of this month, the Mud, Beer, and Cash annual wife carrying championship. I have a video. It's about a little over a minute. Check this out.
3, 2, 1, go! Oh, perfect. No false starts. All right, we've got a hot start so far.
Dude is dressed like Mr. Incredible. I love it.
We just competed in the wife carrying race in Newry, Maine. We come each year for the fun. There's really low chance of us winning, and we do.
So that is the wife carrying championship. You literally throw your wife over your shoulders. You run an obstacle course. I'm telling you, you have to do this.
Yeah, Glick has to do leg day for like 5 months straight.
Oh, dude, my legs are strong. My legs
it's
are
a
strong.
278 yard
around all day, every day.
race.
270 yards.
278 yards race which contestants splash through water, leap over logs, and go and trudge through mud. This year's winner was the Rokandan, the robber. Okay. But yeah, it totally looks like fun. It doesn't say how much they won, but there is a cash prize.
They had fun.
And it looks like fun. Like you just throw your wife on your back and you just start running.
Yeah, you just run.
I mean, I want to see like Glick like enroll into like the Icelandic games and the Celtic games.
Right? Like if that's the goal. So here's my goal.
I've been throwing trees.
You can't do it until you're officially married, so you won't be able to do it next year. But the year after, hopefully I'll have enough money. I will pay for you guys to go to Maine and compete. And if you don't win, you are never allowed to wear that championship belt again. I'm calling it.
Foremost, Jeff.
Oh no! Oh, I'm calling it.
I will take this belt off of my shoulder when you pry it dead hands. You filthy ape.
I will pay somebody to do it. I'm just saying because it does look like fun. However, at the end of the day, it looks like kind of mildly dangerous too, because like you can twist an ankle really easy, and as we've heard about in the past, your ankles aren't your best feature, buddy.
Yeah. I
will send Brian ahead of time to put gopher holes in the fucking course.
Yeah, I don't think that I would win my first year competing, but it would be fun to do. It would 100% be an absolutely fun thing to do.
Well, they have there's another one. I don't think it happens in Maine, but there's a husband carrying contest as well.
Here, Jeff.
The wife carries the husbands.
Jeff, check that one out. Now Glick needs to do this one. He needs to participate in this event.
Hold on 1 second. Oh. Crying out loud. Copy link. Oh, I almost put it on top of us. Yeah, it's the Highland Games.
Oh, yeah. I know what the
Highland Games though. Yeah.
Can you imagine him wearing a kilt doing all that?
Oh, I will insist on it. That's goal number 2.
If you guys want me to wear a kilt, all you gotta do is just send me one.
Agreed. Brian, get on that.
Mean, yeah.
I can't show it on here, Brian, because it'll get us a strike, but we got enough of them. But right. I have one more story. And I gotta ask, Brian, where were you? On well, the reason why I ask, I just want to make sure this wasn't you. A man dressed in a bull onesie tried to burn down his ex-lover's home. What did you think he used to try to burn down his home? This home?
Lighter fluid from Walmart and matches.
Oh no, he used pasta sauce. Yeah, you can't make this shit up. I'm going to show you guys the headline.
What's pasta sauce got to do with Brian? He's a barbecue guy.
Well, I just look, there it is. Man dressed in a bull onesie. I wish they had a picture. These are the two gentlemen that were busted.
The spaghetti bucket. Where were you?
Yeah, I was here. Trust me.
Real quick.
Yeah, for like 33 days, I was out in the fucking desert.
So he left the. It says he attempted to burn down the house by leaving a pasta sauce on the hob, the stove. That doesn't really. I mean, that's stretching.
It really won't. I mean, all you're doing.
So he put it on the stovetop, and he's like, "I'm just going to leave this here. It'll burn down the house." No, it won't. It's pasta sauce.
No, it won't. You'll just fuck up the pot.
As the king of cooking spaghetti.
Oh, so he just
it's not like he's like sitting there with a lighter trying to light the pasta sauce. He left a pasta sauce in a pasta pot on the stove.
Damn, Gen Z.
Well, maybe he was hoping that it would like bubble.
What are the ages? What are the ages?
36 and 38.
Oh, damn. Millennials.
Yeah. They obviously know nothing of.
What happened to a good old-fashioned Molotov cocktail?
The man tried to steal the flat screen TV before leaving a pot of ragu sauce and a washcloth near the stove in an attempt to set a fire.
You might as well just clog up the sink and just let the water run and be like
just
a wet
bandit style.
Yeah, well, we're the wet bandit.
I get like that's a stretch even for me. Like it's like the cops like, oh, and he left this pasta sauce here. They're like they tried to add another charge to it, is what it sounds like.
Yeah.
No, he was just hungry halfway through robbing his woman. But he tried to steal her TV.
Right.
When the officers arrived at the scene, the suspects were attempting to flee the residence.
Hey!
Why was he dressed in a bull onesie? It never said. He said he believed that the victim placed the ragu sauce near the stove in an attempt. Yeah, it was the cop that thought it was. And he could defute that real quick. It was like, no, I was hungry.
Like, why? Yeah, but the onesie outfit, like Halloween is Halloween is like 15 days away.
I'm just saying, he was just like, hey, you know what it was? These guys are friends like Glick and I are friends. Like, hey, Glick, I got an idea. I'm going to wear a bull onesie. We're going to go burn down my ex's house with a pot of ragu. I'm in. When do we leave? Whose car are we going to fucking take? I'm just saying, they're not the smartest of criminals.
No, I was going to say, like, what was that one TV show? It was like Dumb Criminals Caught on TV.
Yeah. But am I wrong? It sounds like the cop was like, oh, and you're trying to burn down the house. They're like, what are you talking about? Well, you got this pot of ragu here.
Yeah.
No, we were just trying to steal a TV. No, you're trying to burn down a house.
Now, if the homeowner was blonde, then it'd be like, oh, now it makes sense.
Now we get it. Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
She decided to cook for you.
Yeah, there's her handicap tag, too. Yeah.
The Navy, and she was a lesbian. You know what I'm saying? She liked to feed raccoons.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh Lord. Well,
I just there are no words for the stupidity of people. I mean, I get it. They're from Florida, so.
No, that's anywhere now. Anywhere.
Well, yeah. Well, did you see about this guy?
That's why you see like that little clip on what you see it on social media. It's like dumb ways to die.
Dumb ways to get arrested. Let's be honest. Well, did you see about the guy in Florida that in wake of the hurricane coming, he strapped his roof down?
No.
He literally put ratchet straps across his house, like 50 of them. You haven't seen this? Oh my gosh, this is the most genius thing ever.
The only thing I heard, like a guy did in Florida, I think it was in Florida, was he had a houseboat, and he said, like, apparently, like God spoke to him, and he's like, "No, I'm gonna write it down. So I'm gonna write it out." So they called him Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah,
he has like.
Well, that leads me.
No
that leads me right into where I was going to go first. A story.
Oh, go ahead.
Lieutenant Dan, as he's
go ahead.
As he's been hey man,
oh dear God.
He became super famous and popular basically overnight ahead of Milton, because he said he was going to stay on his houseboat.
Because God,
it's not even a houseboat; it's more like a little sailboat.
Yeah, it was a little sailboat, whatever. But he said he was going to stay on that. And I mean, it caught a lot of people's attention. Some big, heavy influencers. They were, he got very popular. Well, first and foremost, shout out to everybody who was affected by the back-to-back hurricanes down Florida and the southern part of the world. I know you guys are slowly getting back to reality. Yeah. Slowly getting back to some form of reality and whatnot. However, here's the thing. You have a one-legged man living in a houseboat, quote-unquote houseboat, in Florida. Well, amongst all the fame, it came to light. He's been arrested more than 18 fucking times.
I saw that too.
Well,
one of the influencers, like, they were going to give him like a bunch of money and all this stuff.
Like, go seek shelter.
Then they were like, "Oh yeah, we're not going to do that because you have a record."
Aiden Ross, known for his interviews with white supremacists, Nick Fuentes, and former President Donald Trump, became involved during the live stream on Kick. And Ross told Malinowski, which was the guy's name, that he would pay $100,000 to buy him a new boat, get him to safety. In an interview with NBC News, Malinowski thanked him thanked his online well-wishers, but took aim at authorities who would not leave him alone. He said, "I don't fear the storm." The outlet on Wednesday in an interview, "I don't fear anything but the government, the police, the mayor. Everyone was trying to get me to leave in the worst way." So, but this is far from his first time. He's been arrested in multiple states. He had, like I said, an extensive criminal history from operating or using a vessel without a certificate, basically not having a boater's license. He did 1 year for punching a police officer in the nose.
But like his criminal charges, like he doesn't have any outstanding warrants. He's with the exception of not having the boating license. From my understanding, that's his past. Everybody's got a past.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
but nothing in his past is like it wasn't like he was caught at a school chasing down little kids or something.
Or just being drunk and disorderly.
Yeah, it's literally piddly shit, comparatively speaking.
I don't think this is piddly shit. In February of 2023, according to the document, a woman was smoking on a bench on the east coast of Florida when she and Malinowski, who were sitting on a nearby concrete bench, began to argue. Suddenly, he poured a 1-gallon container of gasoline onto the bench between the pair, igniting it.
Okay, he's a total douchebag. I get it.
The amputee then grabbed his crutches and hobbled over to the woman who was still holding her cigarette and splashed her with fuel.
Jesus.
The woman was fortunately she was unharmed, but she did fear for her life. Obviously, some fucking one-legged weirdo just pours gasoline onto a bench while you're smoking a cigarette. I retract
my previous statement. The guy's a douchebag.
A judge later ordered Malinowski to house arrest, and in the margins of the order wrote violent history.
He just said
the case was dropped.
You're hot, babe. You're so hot. You set this bench on fire. See, here you go.
Lieutenant Dan's 18 mugshots go crazy. Bro is a menace, said one user wrote. I can no longer be a fan of Lieutenant Dan. Sadly, stop supporting this man's stupidity because you're also supporting a woman abuser. Another one wrote. So, yeah, I mean, the guy
he's got a past.
And this just goes to fucking show you stupid motherfuckers that call yourself influencers online. Stop trying to make every fucking homeless, goofy
quit being a savior. Quit being a savior.
Stop being a white savior. Stop sensationalizing every motherfucker.
Just quit being a savior.
Just mind your fucking business. Mind your fucking business. Homeboy wants to ride out a fucking Category 5 on a hurricane that's getting ready to smash right into your coastline. Let him. I call that
claims he
Darwinism.
Slept through the whole thing.
But
I call that Darwinism.
I mean, this is what's really crazy. It's like,
what up, Wally?
There was like some stories where they'd be like, oh, we can't afford to get to leave Florida or whatever. It's like, okay, A, you're bad with money. B, you should always know that like in Florida, when from June to October hits, that's hurricane season. If you lived in Florida, born and raised in Florida your whole entire life, from June to October, it's hurricane season.
Oh,
and from that time, and at that time, that's when you're like, hey, we got like every year you should have $500 to $1,000 saved up just for fuel and road snacks. So that way, when they say, hey, it's coming in, should be hitting landfall within a couple of days. That gives you a couple of days to GTFO.
Okay, but
not everybody's
$500 to $1,000. Have you seen the price of fuel lately? That's $500 right there.
I know. But what I'm getting at is have some money saved up to get the fuck out. That's my point.
Or don't live in Florida.
Unfortunately, there are people that are in this world.
I live in Texas. I live in Houston. We still get hurricanes, but we go towards San Antonio. Everybody evacuates towards San Antonio because the water goes up and then to the right versus to the left. So everybody goes to they go to like Llano, San Angelo, San Antonio. They'll go to Fort Stockton about as far as that way, and then that's it.
Yeah, unfortunately, everybody is financially. There's a lot of we have a lot of people in this country, and again, we're too busy worried about other countries' business. I'm not going to go into a whole rant. I'm
with you on that.
We have a lot of people that live paycheck to paycheck, and some people they just can't leave. But you're going to sensationalize a jackass who wants to stay on a boat. Who cares? Again, I call this
like what was it a couple of years ago? A couple of years ago, the one guy decided he was going to ride out the hurricane by tying himself to a palm tree. Yeah. And then people were shocked when he died because a piece of debris went through him.
Yeah. And then on top of that, like in 2018, when 2017, 2018, when we had Hurricane Harvey, me and another guy, we were up in Midland, Odessa, but we had a whole break. So they gave us a week off. So for that whole week off, we went back down home just to check up on everything. And then when that Hurricane Harvey was en route, I told him, say, hey man, we gotta head back. And he goes, yeah, man, but my family. And I'm like, yeah, but go ahead and make the plans to get them out. I said, because we got to double back because if we don't double back, we have no job.
Exactly.
And he's like, yeah. And
Yeah.
I was like, and you got a family to think about. And he just goes, yeah. So they went ahead and like they took their car, the family car, and then they got out of there. But he and I,
But you got to remember though, when you evacuate an area for a hurricane, it's not just 1 or 2 cars. You're talking thousands. Like traffic was backed up for like 2
I know,
days.
but we're like 2 days. Like, hey, go ahead and get him out. You know, because we already knew. So that's what he was like saying. Get your family out.
Everybody
Go.
should have a 4-wheel drive so they can get
When
around.
when Matthew hit down in Charleston, we were still down there, and you know, I worked for Orkin at the time, and they flat out told us that they weren't sure if they're closing down or not, and if we took time off that we wouldn't get paid for it.
Yeah, there is that.
So they didn't, and I'm like, all of us were like, yo, like we need to know because we got families, we got to take care of. And it was like the day before they finally decided that they were closing down because, and again, my thing was, who the fuck is going to give a damn about their pest control?
Because they're not going to have any pests when there's water is foot deep.
Yeah, when, you know, there's a goddamn hurricane barreling down on us. But it took us, because the kids and I left.
Well, the logic behind that, hurricanes tend to turn.
Yeah.
So I get where they are, but
this one, I mean, they were saying for like 5 days straight that it was going, there was no that it's guaranteed hit. So you know, my ex-wife, she had to stay because she worked at the hospital, but I took the kids and we went up to Charlotte. It's normally like a 3-hour drive. It took us like 5.5, almost 6 hours to get up there.
Yeah.
And
I mean,
And in that, I learned a lot of back ways to get to Charlotte because because most of that time was sitting on the freeway, and then I was like, there's got to be another way around. And I found another route around that would get me up and around, and it was from that point on, it was clear sailing. Like there was no traffic, there was nothing, and I was going through a bunch of. But the crazy thing about that was we go to Charlotte, and we were staying in a little suburb town called Matthew. And Hurricane Matthew slammed right into North Carolina. Like it hit us harder when we were in Charlotte in this little town or this little suburb called Matthew than what it did in Charleston. We actually wound up having to stay an extra day or two.
I thought was funny. You know, people when they board up their windows and stuff will spray paint stuff on the windows. And somebody boarded up a building and they recreated the sign from the first episode of The Walking Dead. Don't open, dead inside. And I was like, nice.
No, I mean, but it's just like as adults, and we experience it through through childhood. It's like you should know when like it's that time of year.
Well, yeah, but
just like
those people defense.
Hang on, just like when Thanksgiving is, just like when Christmas is. Why are we know when it lands? Why are we not preparing?
No, but like
beforehand. But we always do everything at the last micro.
This whole staying in place, like when Hurricane Wilma hit here, it was the worst hurricane in history at that point because it literally was a Category 5 and sat on Cancun for 3 days at Cat 5, and I was in my house, probably asleep. Because I either slept or barbecued the entire time. Yeah. And, the one thing I did do, I did prep prior. I went out and bought a cable that plugs into your extension or into your cigarette lighter. And then you can plug in an appliance to it, a converter. And I backed my car up to the house and ran power to my fridge off my car. And I just left my car running the entire time.
Yeah.
But it's different when a hurricane hits here because all the buildings are concrete.
Yeah.
When hurricanes hit in the States, most of the houses are wooden.
Yep. I mean, even like when my medical career and everything, like I was on a ride out team for Hurricane Katrina, Rita, and Ike. And every single time when they came in, I told my dad, hey, go stay at my apartment. And he's like, really? I said, yeah, because the part your neighborhood, when you lose power, you're out of power for a long while. I was like, over my area, the powers run underground and everything.
Right.
So like, if we were to lose power, it'd be like for an hour or two, but you'll still have power. So I was like, you just stay at my apartment. I got food and drinks in the fridge, you know. And I was like, if anything, I got the old smoky on the patio. So if you need to heat anything up,
Yep.
you know, in case if you're hungry and there's no power, you got that, you know. And also too, I was like, I got peanut butter and jelly and bread in the fridge too. So it's like, so every time when the hurricane hit, my dad always stayed at my apartment.
No, but like there was a lot of people that at the end of the day, they came back to their house and there's like the one lady came back to her house I saw where there was sand in her apartment up to her TV.
Yeah.
There was no water, but the sand from where the sediment, you know. And then other people, you know, I did find the one guy funny. He used ratchet straps and strapped everything off the floor to the ceiling. Like his bed was like 4 feet off the floor, and his couch was 4 feet off the floor. And the one guy that really did well, he bought a bunch of sandbags, put them around his house, and then got that spray fixed. Was the spray foam,
Flex
but
Seal.
it's not spray. It's Flex Seal spray, and he Flex Sealed all the bags. No water in the house. Everybody made fun of him online, but he was the only house that had no damage to the interior of the house.
Yeah. I mean, and yeah, it's just, you know, you got to, I mean, like I said, it's just, you know what time of year it is. So you got to take the necessary precautions.
Yeah.
Whether you go ahead and evacuate or you're going to go ahead and ride it out. But still, though, it's like you should know when it hits and what to do, you know.
Well, that's the first thing you should know what to do during a hurricane or when a hurricane's coming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That part is
I mean, if you have a brick house, board up the windows and yeah, to your point, yeah, the sandbags, sure, spend that. I mean,
well,
like
it's not even about the prep work. It's like if it's a Cat 5, get the fuck out of town.
Yeah, Cat 5, yeah, get out.
Cat 4 maybe, but Cat 5, I don't fuck with a Cat 5. Not after what I went through.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like even here, I mean, like Hurricane Harvey did some damage and everything, but it was just like, you know, but once it gets further inland, then it wears out to a tropical depression, and we just get heavy rain. Because even like the hurricane that we just had over here, like, wow, even though it broke down, but the winds, I mean, like the pictures. Well, I deleted the pictures because I had to get storage I had to add more storage space on my phone.
Right.
But yeah, we had like big ass trees uprooted, big ass trees broken in half. Like, and that's just from how many mile-an-hour wind?
Yeah.
So,
anyways, back to the news. What other stories you got, Chris?
Devontae Adams is now a New York Jet.
Yeah, we'll save that for
Nobody
Sunday.
cares about sports.
Mari Cooper.
That's like, and I'm out.
Mari Cooper is a Buffalo Bill.
And Cam Akers went
no.
back to the Vikings. God damn it, this dog.
No, we're actually going to take a what up, motherfucker.
The only reason why
he's
he's barking is because the dumbass out there is barking. She barks at anything that moves.
Yeah.
So she barks, he barks just cuz.
Yeah. No, we're gonna take another real quick break. We'll be back. I got my guest last night, Miss Katrina Bree. Shout out to her. We had a lot of fun hanging out, and we could have talked for hours last night. We were really enjoying each other's conversation and having fun chatting. But shout out to her. Check her out. She's at Katrina Bree on all them socials. Got a little cover she did at one of her live gigs. She's out in Vegas, Brian. You might be able to see her perform live whenever you're out there. Yeah, she's actually the house singer for the Vegas Aviators, the minor league baseball team there.
Oh wow!
She's hoping she can land the same gig when the A's get out there.
Yeah, and then you come out there too.
Oh yeah, she already told me. She said, "You guys definitely need to come out here. I'll show you around." I was like, "I want to, but that's a couple years down the road."
I need some
But,
Z.
yeah,
I
we'll be back.
need some Z-Quil. I need some Z-Quil. Mix it with some Jack Daniels, and I'm good.
Right?
Yeah, and I'm good. But we'll be back here in just a few minutes, and we'll get back into some other news stories. Here's Miss Katrina Bree with her cover of Lenny Kravitz. It ain't over till it's over.
Nice.
Carlos. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, excuse me. That was Katrina Bree with her cover of Lenny Kravitz. It ain't over till it's over. She did an awesome job on that. I didn't. She just dropped her very first ever song, original song. She's got lots of original, but she's never released one before.
Oh wow!
And she just did Special Again is what it's called.
Okay.
But it's a little
where
bit
can we
slower
find
song.
her online?
So I'll play that on that's about healing. I'll play that on a Monday night probably. She's everywhere. Katrina Bree.
Okay.
I think I did a thing last night. No, I didn't. Yeah, Katrina Bree. She's everywhere. Go give her a follow. Give her a listen. She's got more music, more original music coming out very soon. And I may or may not have made a couple requests for her to do a couple covers that she agreed to last night. She's got a snippet on her YouTube channel of her singing Chris Stapleton's Tennessee Whiskey, and she did an amazing job of it. And I was like, I would love to hear a full song. And she's like, well, I'll make sure that I'll get that up for you. And then she was talking about doing Stevie Nicks, and I was like, oh, okay, now you got me there. I definitely would like to hear or see a Stevie Nicks cover. And she's like, I got you. So, she was a great guest. She was fun. We'll definitely be hanging out with her again here on the network. She was a lot of fun to chit chat with. But welcome back to WTF What the Fuck News, part of the Nonsensical Network. If you're not already, give us a follow. You see the little ticker at the bottom of your screen, bio.link/Nonsensical Network. All of our links are there, including the links to our merch store as well. If you guys are interested in any of that, feel free to shop away and snap us some pics and send them our way, and we'll throw you up on our socials and say, hey, thanks for giving us a little listen, and appreciate you buying our stuff, because that's cool. Jeff,
yeah,
if I send you something,
send it on what?
Oh shit, hold on a second. Is it not going to let me do it? Am I going to have to look at each one individually? If I send you something
send it on WhatsApp.
Yeah, can you throw it on the brand real quick? There's just two real short things. I'm going through here. So I do want to make an announcement. I'm gonna send it to our
oh, you're gonna send it to the group? Okay.
Yeah. Send. Okay, there we go. We have a new show that'll be joining the network on Monday evenings, probably around 5. It'll be on Monday evenings, 5 to 6, 5:30 to 6. We're working on a name. We don't have a name yet, but very good friend of mine, Jeff. You know him. I call him Wally, but his name's Chris. He's going to be doing a motorsports show, basically anything to revolve in the racing world. And he's going to mix in reptiles. So I'm not quite sure how the two go together, but he's going to make it happen and make it work. So
sounds good.
We gotta bounce around some title ideas, but that'll be coming up here in about 2 weeks. So
I got those videos up.
Nice. Got a new addition to the network. I'm looking forward to doing that and seeing him do his thing. I'll teach him how to use StreamYard, so he'll be able to set up his own studios and all that stuff.
I know a little bit about motorsport racing, but we all know I love cars, so maybe I'll join in every once in a while. I ain't got nothing to do on Monday.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Yeah, exactly. No, exactly. I think it's going to be cool. I think
I don't know shit about reptiles, but except they get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, he's new to the podcasting world. It's something he wanted to try to do, and I told him, I said, if something you want to do on your own, I can help you out as much as I can, or maybe we can find a spot here during the week for you.
Wow.
Both are high maintenance, he said. Reptiles and
there you go.
Have you come in? Hey, there you go, Jeff.
There you go. Yeah, just let me know what time, man.
I think we're gonna shoot. I think he said like 5:30 to 6:30 on Monday, so he'll be on right before.
You have a Snapchat. Send me a Snapchat or his WhatsApp, and
I have his Facebook. I don't know if he's on Snap. Yeah, I don't know if he.
Get yourself WhatsApp and WhatsApp me, and
Jesus Christ.
we'll figure out a day. Because I spend more time on WhatsApp than I do Snapchat.
people who use WhatsApp are using it for cheating.
How do you figure?
But because I said,
you know what, you said that when you first heard about WhatsApp, and I have an issue with that because I've always heard the opposite. Snapchat was used for cheating because it disappears after 24 hours or after you see it.
I don't know, anything I've ever heard about WhatsApp before you talked about it was all the weird like little bots and shit like that. It'd be like, come check out my free videos.
No, that's Telegram. That's Telegram.
No, it's WhatsApp. I get them on Instagram all the time.
I get them. Oh, on Instagram, yeah, I get those too. But on WhatsApp, I don't get anything unless it's like I occasionally get like
any app can be used for cheating if you deem so necessary.
Yeah.
But I want to just show something here real quick before we get back into a couple news stories, because like I said, I want to try to end this. We made some new friends Saturday night. Jeff going off to the glory hole, the Bukkake party Saturday, and blowing off the show, and not giving me any prep time. We made new friends. We made new friends here. And hey, you know what? Shout out to the chatters box. Shout out to the viewers and shout out to the new viewers, because they were on the ball when they seen that link, and it was like, oh man, I don't even know this guy, but the poor bastard's alone, and I was like, I'm coming up there. So we had a really good time Saturday night, man. Without you,
I had to go to work. That's fine. I do recall, it's cool, man. I got it. I get it.
I do got
what
it.
I heard. That's what you said. And now I knew you were going to give me shit.
Actually, my response was cool. What I really wanted to say is, fuck you, you motherfucker. It's like a half hour before the goddamn show.
I literally found out 10 earlier, and I was like, I got to let Glick know. And then I was dealing with other shit, and I was like, oh, I still got to let Glick know. Hold on. But yeah, I did have to.
Then I was like, shit. No, as I said Saturday nights, any show during the week, easy to do on my own. Easy peasy. Saturday nights.
On your own. Go for it.
I mean,
that's why I thought shout out. You could.
I could do it on my own.
Fail miserably.
I'm
speaking of Jeff's Garage, there is
I wouldn't because I don't. No, I wouldn't because I don't have to talk about cars. Benji and I did Jeff's Garage one night because you were sick or something.
Arrested. It's because of the day.
Oh yeah, you got murdered by Chupacabra, and Benji hit me up, and I was like, yeah, I got nothing. We didn't talk about cars. Because
I had the studio already set up.
Yeah, we didn't talk about cars at all. We talked about trades and stuff like that. So I can 100% do Jeff's Garage because, said, it's not just cars.
Jeff's Garage. There's a new episode coming. Blaze is going to come up. We're going to be because it's Halloween. We're doing an episode of Jeff's Garage about the best horror cars.
Nice.
Like Christine and stuff like that. Put them in order.
Christine's number one. Maximum Overdrive.
Maximum Overdrive is number one because it's going to run over Glick. Period.
No Serpent and the Rainbow?
No. We did mention a couple of cars. Well,
the Last House on the Left?
No, there's got to be a car in it.
What? Oh,
Last House on the Left didn't have a car.
Like
possessed cars.
Like Baby from. Oh wait, you said possessed cars.
Possessed cars, that kind of baby.
Anyways, one of the friends we made was Chaka. He's super cool dude out in California.
House of Wax.
He actually came up and
that counts.
Yeah. He actually came up on Monday's show, but he took it upon himself to make these kick-ass little
logos,
little video things. So I just want to. Yeah, man. Shout out to Chaka. He's on YouTube. And damn it, I think it's Chaka Crypto on YouTube.
Hold on,
I'll get it from him eventually. I know what it is. I just
there's his name. That's how you spell Chaka.
Yeah, he was
here earlier.
Yeah. But no, he came up on the show.
That's good.
He came up on the show Saturday night and hung out for a while, and then he came up Monday night as well.
Nice.
And hung out. We had a nice we had a really nice panel on Monday. Chaka was there, Michael Bathurst was there. Connor was there, obviously. Yeah, Chaka Crypto on YouTube. Super cool guy. He'll probably be making appearances more often here on the different shows. But he brought all his. Yeah, we had a good time Saturday night. Rick came up, but that's neither here nor there. I just wanted to do a couple shout outs, and like I said, Chris and I have actually been talking tonight about. We started talking before the show, and we were still talking about it as the show is going on tonight. But let's get a couple more stories in here.
Yeah.
Where are they at? In Brian's neck of the woods.
Uh-oh.
Well, kind of, sort of ish. A Houston restaurant employee was accused of putting his genitals in food items and possessing child pornography. It's just heinous. To really fucking bad.
That went bad to worse. Jesus.
Yeah.
Did it disclose which restaurant?
Yeah. So we can avoid
A
it.
Houston restaurant employee is accused of sticking his genitals into open food items at a Harris County restaurant and possessing several videos of child porn on his cell phone, according to charges. A fellow Lorenzo Holmes. Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's hood.
Maybe he named it Othello. That's an asshole.
He was putting his genitals into the jelly, stating he had sexual urge. However, he stopped himself before ejaculating into the jelly. He does have a history of sexual offenses. So yeah, I mean, yeah, like homeboy's gonna do some time over those videos. I don't think fucking food's gonna get you in a whole lot of trouble, but
like a lot of people accuse, like if you have a picture of a kid in general, people like that's child pornography.
He had videos.
Think it was that. Yeah, well,
he had videos.
I'm sure it was a lot worse than that, but child pornography could be strung out into a lot of things. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he had child pornography picture or videos on his. So yeah, like I said, he's definitely you could fuck the food, but I think he's gonna
draw the line.
Get into some. Yeah, it's gonna get into some trouble.
I have a feeling where it's like I have a feeling which part of town that may be.
Yeah,
I have a feeling where that part of town where that may have happened.
Oh, jeez. Jeff, you remember?
No.
I drive past it to a 95 with the doors locked just in case.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's one thing. Like when you do Uber, when you take people places, like yeah, we're going to this restaurant or whatever, and then like when I get time off, I want to eat. I find spots where I'm like, oh yeah, that's where I took that one couple, or oh yeah, that's where that one lady wanted to go. So
I've been eating at that diner apparently.
I've been home all day.
Choking on the peanut.
You got some peanut, some penis jelly.
Like squeeze.
Yeah, he's
great flavor.
All right.
Yeah. Jeff, you remember a while back? Jeff, you remember a while back we talked about that Chinese zoo that painted the dogs to look like pandas and tried to play them off to be real pandas.
Oh god.
Oh, the Chinese are at it again.
I blame China.
China.
And
China.
just when you thought it was safe to go back to the water park, a Chinese aquarium was ripped by angry fans after its much hyped giant shark. It was a whale shark. They're
Okay.
like,
Whale sharks are huge.
mhm.
They're like the
It was
size
a
of
SeaWorld. Yeah, I think they're bigger than that. It was at a SeaWorld at the Zalmisha SeaWorld of Shenzhen, which opened in October following a 5-year renovation. During its week-long run or dry run, the 645,000 square foot Ocean Zoo attracted around 100,000 visitors who paid, roughly about $40 to enter the SeaWorld. But their big exhibit was this whale shark.
I got pictures.
Yes.
I found pictures.
A whale shark, the world's largest fish, capable of attaining over 60 feet in length. However, many felt cheated after realizing the so-called regal sea beast was actually just an extra from the 80s shark movie Jaws, meaning it was a robot.
There she is.
And they noticed when the shark would swim by, and it would turn, and it's 2024. You could see the panels right there. You can see all the panels along the side there.
If you're gonna do it, boys, repaint. It's not that hard.
But it's again, it's 2024.
You're Asians. You can airbrush that shit and make it look amazing. I'm just saying.
You could put a wrap on it.
Right.
I mean,
latex.
They fucked up. They fucked up.
Ooh,
yeah,
they fucked
but
up.
the photos taken through the tank glass show the 50 robot, which sports obvious gaps in the torso where the segments had been connected, evoking a prop from a cheesy sci-fi channel shark movie. Oh man, they really went after the sci-fi channel.
Well, I mean, like the shit, like Sharknado.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, like I was like, yeah, y'all leave Shark Week alone. Shark Week, I love Shark Week.
So the Chinese had
they didn't even try to paint it.
Yeah. So the Chinese zoo just got in trouble. I don't know. It's been about a month, maybe 2 months ago, for having the dog does.
The dog. Yeah.
They literally took dogs and painted them up to look like pandas, and put them in an exhibit. And put them in an exhibit at the Chinese zoo, and it was like, "Hey, come see the rare Chinese pandas," and they were fucking dogs, bro.
Well,
and people were
in
like,
their defense, they do kind of look like pandas.
I mean,
really get some chow.
That's proper airbrush work, folks. I'm just saying.
Was that chow?
I don't know what. I don't remember what kind of, but they look like chows. I mean, they did a great job painting them up to look like pandas. Don't get me wrong. I mean, that'd be a great Halloween costume if you've got a white chow for, but people were real quick to be like,
I'll just wear a panda head and be like, yeah, man. Oh my God, that's a Saint Bernard. That's a Saint Bernard.
But at least they tried to hide it. They at least airbrushed, to dyed it right.
This goes to another story.
Anyway, they would not know this. No.
This goes back to another story we did a long time ago about the Chinese guy who has decided to turn himself into a border collie. He did a great job. He spent like $40,000 on this suit.
Yeah, but it didn't look like a border collie. It looked like a man in a border collie suit. But it looked like a 6 foot tall border collie.
No, but he looked like a border collie when he would like lay down and stuff like that. The Chinese are on some weird shit, man. I don't know what's going on. we had the panda dog gate. Now we have the robot shark gate over at the
dude
Chinese.
that made himself look like a border collie.
Yeah, there it is. That's him in costume.
I mean, he did a good fucking job, and they couldn't paint.
And he would like get up and walk on all fours and everything.
Yeah, and like he did a good job. I mean, granted, this is there's actually a picture of him next to a woman. Give me a second to load it. He's a big border collie.
Yeah.
But mildly believable. But that shark just, it looks like they digitally added a shark. I mean, they need to hire the border collie dude to come in and paint the shark. That's all I'm saying. Fail. Yeah, the Japanese culture, they got some Japanese and Chinese. There's a couple of videos I watched on YouTube the other day where it was like the weird things that you will only find in Japan or only find in China. And yeah, the dog border collie thing, not even close to weird, comparatively speaking. I mean,
it's kind of.
When you got that many people in one place, you got to stick out somehow, I guess.
Right.
I want to stand out in a crowd. I got an idea. But here's my thing. Okay, so they tried to pass off this animatronic shark as a real thing. Why not go get the real thing? How much difference in price would there be, really?
Yeah, they didn't say. So they're just giving them shit for lying.
Yeah.
But from the Chinese animal exhibits that aren't the animals that they advertise from, to something a little bit gross before we go into our
welcome to City Zoo.
Yeah.
Check out our Shih Tzu.
Welcome to our City Zoo, where you go ahead and get some city sushi, and you get
the panda thing. The panda thing. I'm trying to pass off a dog as a panda. I get pandas are very rare because they refuse to fuck, but
yeah.
Why is that panda?
Want to go see a shitty panda?
Yes.
Brian,
what are you talking about?
We can't do that. We can't do the imitation. We'll get in trouble.
I can.
That's why we have you here today.
Welcome to City and I when we get sweet and sour pork.
Well, from the shifty Chinese people too. This is a little gross. Tapeworm pills for weight loss are being sold on the dark web, as a doctor recalls one patient's horrifying story.
Oh shit!
Doctor says you can't wriggle your way out of obesity. Yeah. Doctors on YouTube have warned viewers that tapeworm egg pills are being sold on the dark web as a quick fix weight loss solution, putting consumers at risk of obviously serious illness and or death.
Yeah.
The parasites, as we know. Yeah, as we know, tapeworms, they're a parasite. They live inside of our gut and our stomach. And they, or, we get them through undercooked meat products, pork, fish, chicken, whatever. While munching on their host's post-chewed meal. So, we eat, but that food doesn't
get into our system.
Yeah, basically we don't.
You get zero nutrients
ourselves.
Because the tapeworm eats it.
The bizarre practice of ingesting tapeworm eggs for weight loss goes back to at least the Victorian era. Though it's unclear how commonly the method was used.
Very shitty.
Yeah. Dr. Bernard, a U.S.-based oncologist and host of the Chubby Yemen, a YouTube channel dedicated to sharing tales of medical oddities, reported on a case study of a woman who brought capsules filled with tapeworm eggs using cryptocurrency.
Oh,
That's the way to do it.
currency.
Untrackable.
Cryptocurrency.
The 21-year-old patient, referred to only as TE, has been struggling to lose weight conventionally through diet, exercise, blah, 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 when she scrolled across an ad on social media for a controversial weight loss cure. Convincing before and after photos. Obviously intrigued. Curiosity got the best of her. Though it came at an uncomfortable cost of regular stomach cramps and bloating, still happy with her weight loss, she dismissed the symptoms. However, her worry grew after a shocking bathroom instance. This is where it gets fucking disgusting.
Squatty potty.
Graphically recalled a bathroom incident by Dr. Bernard. She thought she could feel something flapping and slapping her cheeks while she was sitting down. She loaded up Taco Bell and launched that tapeworm out, right, John?
Oh no. See, you mix tapeworm with ramen. You gotta get ramen.
Mm-hmm.
Spicy.
Hey, you know what the best weight loss? Put that in the fucking fork.
Yeah. When she was about to flush, she looked back and saw some tan rectangular pieces floating around in the bowl, creeping out of her massive shit.
Oh, hell
Like
no.
she just took a big old dump and she seen all these
tapeworms coming out of it. Gross.
Again, she chalked up her strange bowel movement as part of the process, fat leaving the body. I think if I'm taking a shit and I feel something going on my ass cheeks,
that's not your friend.
I'm going to the doctor. I'm going to the hospital.
Just finish the job. Finish the job by drinking prune juice.
Yeah.
I got an issue. My cheeks is getting clapped. What's going
juice
on?
is like
not a good
prune juice works as effective as Roto-Rooter, man.
Jesus.
But her symptoms grew more strange. A few weeks later, she noticed an unusual lump under her chin. She reportedly then pressed on the mound, because that's what normal people do. Well, we would actually. Let's be honest.
Yeah, we do. Because you get a zit, you pop it. You know, it's that kind of thing. Like, what's this?
She pressed on the mound and then woke up face down on the floor, having apparently passed out, unsure how long she'd been unconscious. Days of intense headaches and cranial pressure followed the episode. Finally, she checked herself into the hospital for severe headaches and abdominal pain without telling them her foray into the tapeworm diet. Typical tests, measuring blood sugar, bacteria infection, came back negative. Believing she may be harboring an unidentified viral infection, doctors treated her swelling belly and sent her home with no clear diagnosis. The headaches came back. She would have periods in time where she'd suddenly wake up in the middle of the day and she couldn't remember what the fuck had happened or where the last few hours had gone. She again returned to the hospital. At this point, 1 year had passed since she swallowed tapeworms, but her doctor still didn't know. Physicians turned their scope to her brain and found multiple lesions, prompting them to take a wider look at her whole body, where they found more lesions across several organs, including her tongue and liver. Finally, she confessed to the dangerous diet ploy.
Finally?
They discovered that she had consumed 2 species of the parasites. A beef tapeworm matched the description of the rectangular tan-colored bug she found in her shit just weeks after taking her. And the second was a type of major issues, which stems from pork. It is known to make its way outside of the digestive tract, releasing its eggs into the bloodstream and setting on any sort of body tissue, such as the brain, that they won't hatch unless, while they won't hatch unless they remain in the gut. The intact eggs can cause a variety of horrifying side effects, such as the hard bump, a clump of eggs found under her chin.
Oh, Jesus.
The process
You know what?
It's
At that
called.
point, I'm like, you know what? Make me fat again. I'm good.
Yeah. Sister.
Or just get that lap
sis-
band.
Yeah.
Just get the lap
Yeah.
band.
Right.
Yeah.
That'd be
Most
shit
in most
way
cases.
cheaper.
Or put down
Yeah.
the fucking
Most
pork.
cases it is. Yeah. Most cases it is.
Don't eat at
it is
Brian's, and
harmless.
he cooks all that fucking awesome food
Yeah.
all the time.
But a nightmare for others, depending upon where the eggs land. Others who have suffered from this of the brain have endured personality shifts and for years before detecting the issue. So you got like a lump of fucking tapeworm eggs just sitting on your brain. Fortunately, they're treatable. She got drugs to paralyze the worms, blah, blah, blah. After 3 weeks in a hospital, she spent 3 weeks in the hospital. She was tapeworm free and discharged. Dr. Bernard pleads with viewers to heed this cautionary tale. In an able-bodied human, weight loss with diet and exercise is physically doable, and that has much less risk than putting a tapeworm in your body.
Just put in the damn work.
I think.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Go to
I
the
think.
fucking gym every day. No fault.
Or work in
No
a
teeth.
warehouse.
I think.
Work on a loading dock.
You bet.
Again, if I'm taking a shit and I can feel something wriggling around out of my butthole, slapping my cheeks, I'm gonna be like, "Yo, hey, something's
Maybe
not
I
right
ate too much ramen noodles.
here." I don't eat ramen noodles, so
Oh my god! Oh, spicy beef! Oh, hot! Oh,
Dude, that's scary as fuck.
hot.
Like I get it. There's some people don't lose weight very fast.
It
I've
takes
never
time.
been so big that I'm like, oh my god, I can't lose weight.
It takes
It
time
takes-
it takes time, and then also too, it's a mental discipline thing, and that's where we all lack. I struggle.
Well,
with it.
no, but no, it comes down to people are lazy and they want a shortcut. There's supposedly a shortcut for everything. This is not it.
Yeah.
She's a cautionary tale. She's lucky she's alive. Fuck,
Yeah.
that's scary.
Yeah.
So
Next time, go to
How much weight did
CBY.
she lose? Just curious.
I didn't say how much weight she lost or anything like that. I'm assuming quite a bit.
I mean, but the thing
I'm
about
sure
it
they
is-
didn't say how much weight
me-
she lost
let me
because
see.
people were
Hold
like,
on.
hey, it worked.
Yeah.
see how
Well,
much
there's
it costs.
again, I go back to Darwinism, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Hey.
Let
I
the
agree.
stupid be stupid. If I don't want anybody to die, but at the end of the day, let the stupid be stupid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take the
Okay.
There's a
word
reason
So,
why those dumb kids that used to do stupid shit in the 80s didn't live.
okay. So, like
That way
lap
they
band,
didn't reproduce.
lap band surgery. The average cost of lap band surgery is about $9,600, according to recent reviews on Real Self. However, the price can range widely, just from $4,750 with insurance to much as $20,000 without insurance.
But once again, I bet you she spent way more than that.
I was gonna say, I bet 20,000 is still a lot cheaper than a 3-week hospital stay.
Yeah,
No
'cause
shit.
it's like $5,000 a day. Like they
But
charge
still-
you
but-
for every
but-
cotton ball.
But still, though, it's like just put in the work. I mean,
Yeah.
but it's
Well,
but,
you know,
but with the diet,
$20,000
though,
You know what? With $20,000, you got a gym membership for life.
$10.
Not,
Yeah, $10.
not yet. Not everybody has that same drive or whatever to go to the gym and eat right. That's why they do.
Well,
that's
a
why
lot of-
people do
a lot
the
of people are
shortcuts,
there.
like the lap band
But
surgery.
that one guy that did the lap band surgery, like 6 months later, he was as big as he was prior because he kept me like the.
It's the mental
my
discipline.
My ex-girlfriend's sister got lap band surgery, and they gave her a little pan with it, and she's like, and they told her, this is how much you should cook each day. Each meal.
Portioning.
It's portioning. Yeah. Like
And
lap band surgery would not work for me. I like
But
McDonald's.
again, though, it's the mental discipline. I struggle with it.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's like it's because as we're growing up, like as kids, what do we institutionalize on? Fried chicken, pizza,
Yep.
pasta,
Good
fries. So even though like, okay, yeah, we need to turn around.
Brian had to wipe his chin there. He's getting all
As we're
drooly.
older, I know,
He's
right?
like,
As-
"Oh."
as we're getting older, now we got to take better care of ourselves. But still, it's
Well,
like
not only that,
we're
when
still
you're a
hard-
kid,
we're
you
still
have a high
hardwired.
metabolism.
Well, yeah, but also too, but what I'm saying on a mental note, we're still hardwired. Like we'll do good on a diet. We're like, yeah, I'm eating good. I lost some weight, and then like one little thing, like, yeah, a little burger and fries won't hurt, and
One
then next
burger.
boom,
Yeah.
repeat the cycle, burger and fries,
Yeah.
and all of a sudden we're like, ah, damn. Like I said, the struggle is real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but nothing
Well,
would make me
from-
ingest a tapeworm.
No,
From
like
getting your-
I can't believe somebody would be that careless.
But people have
Stupid.
been doing it for centuries. People have been doing it for centuries.
Yeah, but
I mean, they say it goes back
centuries
to
ago,
the
it made
Victorian
sense.
eras.
It made
Victorian
sense
era made
centuries
ago. Yeah, I know.
sense because these guys they were like, "Oh, you have a headache? We're going to put a pin in your head." So yeah.
Well, I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it's something that's been around since the Victorian era. You know what I mean? It's like it's nothing new, and people still do it. Like. But also, I think there's a lot of people that do it that monitor and pay attention to shit. Where this chick was like, "Yeah, fuck it, I'm fat. I don't want to be fat no
I'm
more."
good. Now I'm skinny.
I'm not gonna say now. I'm embarrassed because now I got.
Well, and that's the one thing. That's
gotta-
what keeps people from going to the hospital. The embarrassment part. Like I'm gonna be embarrassed. Bitch, you're gonna die. Go to the hospital.
Yeah, and that's another thing too. Like a lot of people will be like, A, they're embarrassed, and then B, they're like, oh man, I don't have the money to cover the hospital fee.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So and I have come across a lot of
Canada.
people that I come across that are like that. I'm like, why didn't you get this treated out sooner? I don't have any insurance. I don't have money for the hospital bill. Okay, but you're about to lose your foot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like really?
You're about to die.
You're
Next.
about to lose your foot.
What else you got?
You are about to die and be dead. Well,
But then again, eat shitty beef at shitty walk.
Yes.
from getting your cheeks clapped by a tapeworm to Jeff's favorite part of the show.
Penis. Penis.
Firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp it in your hand. Firmly grasp.
That dude
Well,
on the Reddit, the subreddit is called "They Knew," and then when I was scrolling, I was like, I saw that, I'm like, yeah, I was like, this is something that Jeff will get a kick on. Oh, they knew.
You're a dickhead.
Mhm.
I hope you'll soon be dead.
All right.
Nice.
Tell us
Well,
the penis story, Glick.
We
myself in.
gather around, Uncle
Hold around,
Glick.
kiddies. We're going to tell you a little
stories
story.
No, we don't say kiddies. We just gather around, and Uncle Glick's going to tell you stories of penises. We started a couple weeks ago, and I love BuzzFeed. I got to shout out BuzzFeed. I love their lists, their countdowns, all that stuff. And I love the fact that they get their readers to write in with some of these stories. But we started with 15 penis horror stories that'll make you want to vomit. And we left off the last time we were talking about this, about the peeled penis.
Mm-hmm.
Like a banana, a penis was peeled. Well, we're going to pick right back up. From the peeled penis to the goddamn ad. Not the goddamn ad, but
What's the ad for?
What's going on?
Condoms. Some people
Yeah.
shouldn't read.
There we go. From the peeled penis to the broken penis. Dave's Room 8 writes in. He says, I was having sex with my girlfriend when the shaft came out and slammed against her pelvic bone, thus breaking my penis. It immediately went black and blue, swelled to double its size for some guys.
Plus,
That's
I'm in.
I went from 3 to 6 inches.
Look at that. That's a talent.
Yeah.
Put it back in.
The urologist had to perform emergency surgery to put it all back together and also circumcise me in the process so that he could stitch everything up properly.
Double win?
Yeah, maybe. Can you add a couple inches when you fix it?
I was going to say, yeah, Doc. Add at least an inch. Jeez. Give me up to average.
Leno writes in, not like Jay Leno, but says the childhood trauma. When my husband was little, he went to pee standing up. He attempted to lift the seat, but he had already pulled out his pecker. His arms were long enough to put the seat all the way up, and it slammed back down on his. Homeboy had a giant ding dong as a kid.
Right?
It slammed back down. This was one of the earliest memories he has from childhood, and is still traumatized to this day. Now he insists that his son has to stand on a stool as they potty train him. Oh, I get it. You don't have to have a big pecker because
Yeah, okay, yeah. Like when you're too small.
Like little kids.
Like I have this problem because I'm short.
Yeah.
So you get to the edge.
You gotta get on your tippy toes and just kind of set it up there, and whatever happens, happens. I don't think that would hurt that bad. I think that would just be more. I think at the end of the day,
no, because and here's why. Depending on when this happened, toilet seats are made out of solid fiberglass.
Yeah.
Unless you're cheap and you get the real cheapy plastic ones, which don't close on their own anyways. But those heavy those heavy fiberglass ones, and on your
it's gonna hurt. I'm not saying it's not gonna, but it's not like, not unless he had his sack up there and it just smashed everything. But
sorry, Brian sending me pictures. These are genius.
I was gonna say, pull it up.
I'm gonna.
Oh, they knew.
I pulled up the first one.
Oh, they knew. They knew.
Mm.
Yeah, here's the first one.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
This one's better. It's a fertility clinic.
Nice.
Who's the architect? I want him to build my house.
Lana writes in the blazing sauce. My boyfriend and I went to Buffalo Wild Wings and decided to try the blazing wings. I love spicy food, but this was a whole different level. She proceeds. She says he proceeded to go to the restroom after the ordeal, and when he came back, he was acting really strange and looked really sick. It turns out when he was peeing, some sauce from his hands got on his penis. And it
wash your hands before you piss at Buffalo Wild Wings.
Hey, or again, as we've had this conversation about spicy food, why are you eating something so fucking hot that when it comes into
your skin
with your fucking flesh, like, I'm sorry, can you only imagine?
Okay, here's my thing. What if it's that hot? Why isn't it burning your fingers? And if it's not burning your fingers, why is it burning your dick? Were you rubbing it on the tip and
why do you not use a
like,
paper towel that's at the table to wipe your hand?
Right?
Yeah. Were you in there fucking rubbing one out real quick? Before you...
He's like, I gotta make the date last.
Yeah. Hot Mix DXC writes in the wedding present.
Oh shit.
I ripped the skin underneath the head of my penis while having sex on my wedding night and spent 2 weeks recovering.
Oh.
How tight. Lube. We said this before. Lube is your best friend.
Take a note from P. Diddy and get some baby oil. I'm just like,
yeah, like 1,000 bottles of baby oil.
If we could learn anything from Diddy.
Well, or maybe just maybe take her pants completely off and not go around the zipper.
Frankie beans.
Or I don't know, a little foreplay. Yeah,
Yeah.
foreplay. Get her a little worked up. I mean, women are self lubricating at the end of the day. Yeah, if you have to do that,
Greatest engine in the
good for
world.
you. Yeah, eat
Greatest
it
engine in the
why.
world.
Spit on that. Hey, take a lesson from that goofy Haktua chick.
Yeah.
Spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing.
Spit on both of those
Yeah.
things. Thing, your thing.
Apparently.
Spit on the guy next door's thing if you have to. Get that shit, get that hole properly lubed up before
Can
you
you
go
imagine?
jam it into crevices.
And it sounds like, it sounds like this is a couple that like, we're gonna wait till we're married. Now you're married, you still can't have sex for 2 weeks.
Yeah. And last but not least on this list, and then I'm gonna do a couple from the next list because I think the next list is gonna be funny, and I'm not gonna feel so bad about myself because of this next list that I have, and then we'll wrap the show up. Stephanie Ashley writes in, "Hey, I got your full name and Facebook. The bike ride. I had a cousin who was riding his bike without a seat. So yeah, it's just basically.
Well, there's your problem right there.
Well, maybe he was into the old backdoor treatment.
Well, no, but it's
That's why I
also
took seat off.
they have those guys that do stunt BMX.
Yeah.
They lower the seat as low as you go. This guy was like, I'll just take the seat off because they don't sit down.
Yeah.
But I can see.
Mm-hmm. It was
There's
basically an open metal rod with rusted sharp edges. He ended up crashing his bike and severing half of his man bits.
Once
Cut off
again,
half of his junk.
the old there's a saying when it comes to motorcycles riders: ride for the slide, not the ride. Wear a cup, motherfucker.
He cut
God
his
damn, that's
junk in half. What's
With
worse?
rusty
What's
metal.
what's worse? Getting your penis peeled like a banana, or getting your junk cut in half with a rusty spike?
Well, here's my question. I have an odd question. What do you consider half? Like half long ways or half lengthways? There's a difference.
Well, there is a difference, and it doesn't say. It just
I'm just saying.
Severed his man bits in half. So
Wear a cup.
either way,
That man's buying a strap on. I'm telling you right now.
man,
That's
a
what they
lot.
bought.
I mean, they
That's-
saved. I mean, they saved John Wayne Bobbitt's junk, and he made a porno afterwards. So I mean, it's as they said in the $6 million
but
man,
rust?
we have the technology.
We
Yeah,
can
get
rebuild
a couple
it.
tennis.
We make him
Yeah,
once
we get
again.
it.
That's the opportunity to tell the doc, "Hey doc,
Hey yo,
can
I get, like-
I slide you a couple
Yeah.
bucks?" You know?
hook a brother up like 3-4 more inches. I'm not asking for a lot here. I'm
Ouch!
just saying. Yeah.
But rusty, like it's one thing to cut yourself with a dull, rusty blade. Not fun.
But again, a tetanus shot.
Yeah, but when was the last time
Bada
you got
bing,
a
bada
tetanus
boom.
shot? Those are hell.
Wait. I'm sorry.
Tetanus
Like,
You're
shot
supposed to get
I
them.
was interrupted, but what's the story?
Dude was riding a bike
Uh,
and cut his dick in half.
He didn't have a seat on the bike, crashed, so that little pole that the seat
the
sits
seat
on was sharp and rusty, and just as
Right
we
for the-
learned from
Dress for the ride. not-
WWE
dress for
fans
the
back
slide, not the ride.
WWE fans back in the '90s, Val Venus
try
got
this
the
stuff,
old choppy on his pee from
Kai and
Funaki
Tai.
and them boys. Yeah,
Kai
Kai
and
Tai.
Because I call this
Choppy,
flick
choppy pee.
land of the rising
what?
Venus.
Wait, was it Connor?
But no, I mean, but why would you want to ride a bike with no seat?
No, and like I said, it comes down to there's a couple of factors. Maybe he's like, and it sounds like he was younger.
Yeah, he
So
was
it's
younger.
like, we found this old bike. We just got it working. We don't have a seat. Fuck it. I want to test it, make sure it works. There's one option. The other is the BMX stunt riders lower their seat as low as possible. This guy was like, fuck it. I don't need a seat. I'm going to stand up the whole time. So I can see where the idea of riding a bike without a seat happens.
Yeah.
No.
Or like you're sitting at the bar, you're on a bar stool, and then you're like, you get up and you're like, all right, you squat down, and all of a sudden, boom.
Yeah.
It's almost like
Doesn't sound fun regardless.
Well, I mean, okay.
I would still be crying.
4 gay guys walk into a bar.
Years
There's
later.
only one stool. Who gets the seat?
You turn it upside down.
Yep. He's got the visuals.
Yeah. Well, from the penis horror stories, from chopping your bits in half to breaking your bits to peeling your bits like a banana. The next one we're going to go into is this is BuzzFeed. Again, this is BuzzFeed. It is 15 hookup stories from people who've had sex with a micro penis. This is going to make me feel real good about myself.
I was going to say, some of the chicks I've hooked up with have been on this list, I'm sure.
In case you're wondering, so as I said, BuzzFeed asked the community to open up about their sexual experience with somebody who has a micro penis. And here are but they got this little snippet from a doctor. She said, in case you're wondering, the average erect penis is 5 inches long, while a micro penis is at least 2.5. The fuck? At least 2.5 standard deviations smaller. So it's smaller than 7 centimeters or 2.75 inches. Also, about 0.6% of the male population has a micro penis.
Not it. Just
not
I'm
it.
calling it.
Yeah. Again, this is before they
$5 make you holler. I got you.
Yeah.
Not how deep you fish, it's how you wiggle your worm. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
And if you do yoga, you're very flexible, so you go with the flow.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Right. Before
So
they dive into the
hamstring
stories. Yeah. BuzzFeed spoke with Dr. Kate Ballesteria. I don't know. A licensed psychologist and certified sex addiction therapist to get a better understanding of how a micropenis might impact sex. And here's what she said. Whether someone has a large penis or a micropenis, the quality of their sexual experience with the partner depends largely on their non-penetrative behaviors. There are strap-ons and penis extenders that can offer a different tactical experience for penetration if desired, but nothing can take the place of confidence. Erotic kissing, amazing foreplay, hot sexual energy. Focus on cultivating an experience that goes beyond penetration, and cherish each other and let sex become a whole body experience. So, gentlemen, if you are part of the 0.6%, you better step up your fucking foreplay game.
Yeah. Learn how to eat tacos.
Yeah.
And
there's more to foreplay than just eating a taco, Joe.
And have spirit
fingers.
I know.
Jazz fingers.
Yeah.
Don't forget the old good game.
Yeah, you always give her the good game.
And the bowling ball grip. The bowling ball.
Again, I earned my racing stripes. So I'm just gonna do a couple of this one, and then we're gonna wrap up for the night. Yeah, I'm just gonna do the first two just to give you guys a little appetizer.
A little appetizer.
J49 writes in. She says this stamina king. She said, I dated a guy with a micropenis for 2 years, and he was fantastic in bed. So it was never really an issue for us. We mostly learned what positions worked best because of his size, and he had great stamina. So we would routinely have sex for hours at one time. One of the pros of a smaller penis, thinking back, he was probably one of the best lovers I ever had. Shout out to the little penis guys.
You're welcome.
I don't know about 4. I don't know about hours at a time.
Hours is like, dude, I'm tired already. Aren't you done?
I don't do much of anything in my life for hours at a time.
Work is about it. Like, can we take a break and have a sandwich or something? I'm gonna have a smoke. I'll be right back. Jesus. Even
Piss Screwy 89 writes in the intense threesome.
Nice.
My partner and I were on Grindr. Jeff's familiar with Grindr, and got a message from a gorgeous Turkish man. He says, we chatted, had a few drinks, and then took things back to the bedroom. He was packing maybe 2 inches max. Pissy says, we're not size queens, so we just went with it. And since he was a bottom, it didn't really matter. He was a great kisser, very skilled orally, and even let us DP him. Blowing him was a little different because side made us alter our technique. Also, on a side note here, a little side note for you, a little caveat. He also shot 2 of the biggest loads I've ever seen.
You are welcome.
He was really sweet and a kind person, and overall we had a great time. We repeated the encounter a few more times before he moved back to Turkey. So far, 2 out of the gate, man.
Yeah, there's very little downside so far. I'm just saying.
Again, I said these are going to make me feel better about myself and my micro penis.
I feel amazing. I'm like, that's right, baby. You are
in the hips. It's all in.
Don't move. I'll get you a towel. Don't mind that love slug. Don't worry about it. It's all right.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're not going to hurt nobody. I promise.
Said you want a homemade creamer. Here you go.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
Don't move. I'll get you a towel.
Oh, skeet. Oh, Tanya-san.
Wow.
What did you put in there?
What did I do?
Brian put in the private chat.
I saw that. Read that.
This is funny.
Now that's what I call stupid. In my junior year of high school, this guy, where did this come from?
It came from like one of the hilarious, real funny stories. No, it's off the website.
Okay. That's what I call stupid. In my junior year of high school, this guy asked me out on a date. He rented a Redbox movie and made a pizza. We were watching the movie and the oven beeped, so the pizza was done. He looked me dead in the eye and said, "This is the worst part." I then watched this boy open the oven, pull the pizza out with his bare hands, rack and all, screaming at the top of his lungs. We never had a second day.
In the words of Bill Engvall, here's your sign.
Yeah. Can't fix stupid.
He said, this is the worst part. Like he's done it before.
It's not the first time he's done this. And it's probably not going to be the last time at the end of the day.
Like,
let's be honest.
So class, what have we learned?
Yeah.
For Christmas, I bought him flowers. Jesus.
Make these things. They have this great new invention. They're called oven mitts.
Yeah, I'll get you something.
Or you could buy it, but they have like those pizza little spatulas and just
but those things are huge.
Yeah, but you could get
you can get smaller ones. You can get.
I've done it before spatulas. Because like I've done it with two metal spatulas and did it that way because A, I fucked up the oven mitts that I had, and B, I was too lazy to go to the store that exact same day when that happened.
Or you literally take a cutting board and a fork and drag it off the fucking rack onto the cutting board. You're golden.
Yeah, that too.
Wow.
Here's your sign.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean,
oh my gosh.
They really dated themselves with renting a Redbox movie though.
No, not really.
Redbox is still around.
I've never used it.
Yeah, but you have to remember also Redboxes didn't come out until after we were out of school. So
So like Blockbuster. So that's like 99, 2000 or 2001. 2001.
You know, one of the red boxes is
Blockbuster
still
went
working.
under in 2002.
There's only
I was gonna
one
say I
red
didn't
box
start using.
in the U.S. still working.
Yeah,
I saw
No,
that
there's
online
not.
today.
There's like 3 red boxes just in town where I live.
Oh,
there's one Blockbuster left in the United States that's still up and running. I think it's in Alaska.
Look, you can find a red box at a Walmart, at a CVS.
I've never seen one.
Or at one of your local.
But after high school, I went right in.
One of your local corner stores.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could think of 2 CVS's that I'll be willing to put money on still have, and I think our Walmart has one at each entrance.
Yeah, and every Walmart has one.
Yeah.
But how?
Red boxes still are.
Yeah, they lose a local grocery store, CVS, Walmart, and then your corner store.
All they do is put movies and games in them. So
and you just rent it for 24 hours.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like it's streaming is taking over the world, but there's, I'm sure they're still doing just fine for themselves. But I mean, at the end of the day, streaming's taking over the world, but there still are those people who.
Oh no, they're just down from the house. I think it's like maybe 20 minutes down the road. There's a movie rental. There's a DVD rental store.
Yeah,
it's still open. I've never rented there, but I see it, and I'm like, really?
Yeah,
I have every streaming service there is, and some that are so out there. I found one the other day. It's called Classic Box, and it shows a picture of, and it's got all these classic movies on it. It's got Monty Python and the Holy Grail. It's got Young Frankenstein, shit like that, and then stuff I've never heard of.
Yeah. No, but I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this bad boy up for the night. Appreciate everybody for hanging out. It's good seeing Brian again. Brian was gone for like 6 years on a sabbatical in the desert.
Oh, I showed Jeff some like up close pictures of some Black Widow spiders that I come across.
Yeah, he likes to fucking freak me out with some of these weird spider pictures.
Because I looked at it, I'm like, this web is weird, and then I look around, and then I take my light.
I saw was spider, and I was like, burn down the house, move.
And then I mean, because like they hang out, so where I work, it's like a bunch of pipes, big ass pipes, like. Yeah. But anyway, I just see like this type of web, and I'm like, I'm not familiar with this type of web. So then I'm like flashing my light, but I mean, I don't go anywhere near it because it doesn't, like, that part where they're at doesn't involve me.
Oh,
okay. Or what I do, but it's just like I just noticed. I'm like, I look, and all of a sudden I just see. I'm like, oh, black abdomen. And then there's like some there'll be like 2 or 3 of them. Then I flash over, and I see another one, and that's where I take a photo.
Flamethrowers left.
I take a photo of it. I zoom in. I'm like, Black Widow. And from time to time, from time to time, I'll kill one.
Yeah, we had them down in Charleston. We had Black Widows and Brown Widows.
Yeah, and to be perfectly honest, that's like the first time I've actually encountered a Black Widow spider. We were swapping out filters for one of the units, and I pulled a case off of the pallet. Then I saw like a little black, and then I saw it like rise up, and I'm like, oh no, you don't. And I flipped the box over, and it was on the ground, and I saw it crawl on the ground. And I just stepped on it.
I've gotten fired because I'd have burned down a whole fucking building. Like, why'd you burn down a building? There's a spider, a Black Widow. I had to do it. Had to be done. I don't
yeah. So I look around, like, even if I have to walk over the pipes to get to another one, I like look where I'm at. I turn my little bite.
I would be calling Elon Musk. Hey, you got any of those flamethrowers left? I need to walk over a couple pipes. Good.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's like I see those, and then from time to time I'll see a scorpion, but like a baby scorpion. I'm like,
oh yeah, we get scorpions here. Scorpions don't bother me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
none of the spiders. Yeah, no spiders.
And I'm glad that it's getting cooler over there, but I mean it's gonna get really cold. But yeah, the rattlesnakes stay at bay. And
Well,
apparently
we
we're
get
supposed to
spiders here, but there's spiders that are like the size of my fist.
I mean, we're supposed to get like a tarantula migration, but I haven't seen that yet.
Yeah, we get big ass fuck off tarantulas. in
I
the
catch
backyard.
man when I used to do frack, man, I used to catch tarantulas. I'll see them walking, and then I'll get like a little thing, and they'll crawl right up on it. And I'm like, oh look, I got a tarantula.
Dude, that's why I'm going to order an airsoft gun and just be like, I'm gonna unload the entire thing.
Like a little that little.
I can't buy real guns.
That
I
salt
can't buy
pellet.
real guns here.
That salt pellet.
No.
Be like, phew.
No, because there's I've been watching a lot of airsoft wars on YouTube.
Yeah.
And they can crank those fuckers up, man. Like where it hurts. And I'm like, yeah,
so,
I need one
mean,
of those.
It's kind of funny. Like one of my like my buddy that got me the job. He goes, hey, you ready to go back yet? I'm like, hell no, man. I'm like, I've only been home a week now, man. I'm like, nah, man. I was like, let me have my weekend, and then I'll be on the road on Tuesday morning. I'll be back on the road Tuesday morning. I'm like, nah, man. I'm like, after 33 fucking days out there,
in the middle of fucking nowhere.
33's out there, and 33 days out there, man. No, dude. I'm like, no, I'm taking my 13 days off, dude.
Yeah. Taking my time off and enjoying this shit. But
yeah, and it was kind of funny too. Like I called Glick up. I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way home, and we talked for like what 2.5 hours.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were on the phone for a hot minute. I was just at work. I was just lolly fucking around at work.
I'm sitting there going like, wow, it's so beautiful out here. I forgot. I was like, I haven't been this way in a minute. The sun's rising and everything. I'm like, wow, it's so pretty out here. And I got it on cruise control. I'm going about like 77. You know, it's like, I'm just cruising. I'm like, wow, it's pretty cool. And he's like, wow, so you got
going downhill?
Yeah, because I going through San Antonio is hill country.
What's a Ford? 77 is max speed downhill.
No, no, I was good. I mean, like the speed limit was 75, about 77. But I mean, I was just going like, man. And he's like, you got enough to get home? I'm like, yeah, I got energy drinks. I got 5-hour energy shots.
Oh, yeah, those 5 hours.
Then I was like, hey, let me.
I used to work at Step 2. You make those plastic toys at Step 2. You do 12-hour shifts. Those fucking energy shots. Those are the fucking lifesaver.
Yeah, I mean, like I just wish that my supervisor didn't show up and want to quiz me. And I was like, sir, with all due respect, my brain is mashed potatoes right now. And he's like, well, I just want to talk to you. I just want to walk over. I'm sitting there like, right at midnight hits. I'm going, I'm behind schedule. 12:30 rolls around. I'm like, I'm 30 minutes behind schedule. And he's sitting there talking. I'm like, he's like, so which one is this and which one is that? I'm like, sir, I'm tired, man. I was like, I'm ready to go. I was like, I've been up all day getting everything packed up, laundry and everything, like ready to go. I'm like, my brain is mashed potatoes right now.
Yeah.
So finally at 2 a.m. So finally at 2 a.m. clocked out, and I was on the road. And he just goes, oh no, take this highway. It's shorter. He goes, it's much easier. I'm like, nah, just take the basic highway that I used to get here.
Yeah,
I was
I'm gonna go the way I know.
Yeah, it's 2 a.m. Ain't nobody on the road. Like, I was like, let me get. I just need to get to Fort Stockton. That's like 2 hours from where I was. I was like,
right.
Let me get to Fort Stockton. I'll fill up, and then I was like, I'll try to make it close to San Antonio because that's all I kept saying. Oh yeah, I gotta make it San Antonio. I was like, that's 8 hours. So by the time I can say it, if I would have left at midnight, I was gonna hit San Antonio like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, and then take a nap. And then because I know once I get to San Antonio, I'm like, okay, cool. I'm like a little over 2 hours to get home. But that didn't work out.
Like
that didn't work
6 monsters. By the time you get home, you could be pushing the truck and not even notice
it. Yeah, right.
All that energy, you're just like, we're doing 90.
I know. Like,
have you heard that joke? It's like, I accidentally made coffee instead of water. I put in Red Bull, got all the way to work, and realized I forgot my car.
But yeah, but I know it's like on the way home, load up on Gatorades, 5-Hour Energy, and the Rock energy drinks. So that way I'm like, but I mean, he said he was cool with like me leaving at midnight, so that way the other guy comes in, and that way he gets 8 hours in, so that way he could go ahead and start. I'm like, hell yeah! I was like, midnight, I'm on the road, man.
Yeah,
I'm sitting at the clock out machine going, go ahead, do it.
No. Well, we clock out. We have an app, and I'm like,
hurry up.
and they're like, make sure they're like, make sure you clock out a location. I'm like, man, I'm gonna clock out right when I touch the road, right when I go from dirt road to pavement. I'm clocking out right there.
I'm walking to my truck, getting ready to clock out. So, but now we gotta wrap this bad boy up. I gotta go get something to eat. I'm fucking starving. Appreciate everybody hanging out, Brian. If you're gonna be around this weekend, don't be a stranger. We got I ain't doing anything tomorrow. Thank God. What am I doing tomorrow? Nothing.
Well, if you want,
I'm gonna
on
hang out.
Friday, Chris, Blaze and I are watching Terrifier. If you want to join,
I was about to watch that. I got that loaded up on my Prime.
I just watched it for the first time, and I have issues with it. And Blake already knows my issues. My issues are weird. But we're gonna be watching that on Friday, and then Saturday's the Glow thing, right? Or is that next Saturday?
Yeah. So yeah, I ain't got nothing to do tomorrow. Friday, I might pop in for a little bit. Not very.
Oh yeah, you don't have cash this week. I forgot.
Yeah, no, they come home Friday. So tomorrow night, there's nothing going on here on the network. We're gonna be it's gonna be a quiet night. But Friday, as Jeff said, they'll be back with Nonsense and Chill. Sounds like Brian might be there. Jeff will be there. They're gonna be watching Terrifier. What are you watching? You're just watching the first one.
We're watching the first one, and then before Halloween, we're gonna watch all three. So we're gonna have an extra show in there. We might do it on Sunday.
Yeah. So apparently, there's another one. You have Terrifier 1 and 2, but then there's another one that apparently
All Hallows Eve.
All Hallows Eve. So
it actually was made before Terrifier.
So yeah, because Terrifier 3 is out in theaters. So I'm like, all right, well, let me go watch that.
All Hallows Eve introduced that character. I can't remember his name.
Art the Clown.
Yeah. All Hallows Eve is a good movie. It's not all about him. It's an anthology. It's horror stories. Okay. There's multiple, and it introduced him, and he got such a big fan reaction that they decided to do the Terrifier franchise, and it's all about him. So
yeah,
All Hallows Eve is in my opinion, much better movie than the Terrifier movies. But I love horror movies. Terrifier, they were good. Don't get me wrong, just unnecessary gore.
Agreed.
They try to get creative, but then at the same time try to be like original at this. Well, yeah, they want to get creative, but then also too not kind of overdo it. I will say I talked to the guy that played the main character because I went to the horror con a year ago, and a year ago, and it was really cool. That's where I met Kane Hodder and Derek Mears, who played Jason on Friday the 13th. Yeah, that same comic, that same horror con. And I met that guy, and my buddy, he's like a diehard horror fan. So he was asking all kinds of questions. I'm going, oh. And he goes, you haven't seen Terrifier? I was like, sir, I've been working so much. I've been living under a rock. I apologize. And he goes, oh, it's okay, man. He's like, it's all good, bro.
David Howard Thornton is his name.
Yeah, but I mean, really cool guy though. So I came across that the other day, so I have that added 1 and 2 and All Hallows Eve on my Prime.
Well, Brian, on Friday, 9:00, we're going to be watching it.
So I guess I can watch it all tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah, I was going to say.
Blaze and I decided that no matter what we're watching, we're going to watch first before we watch it, because our reaction times of while we watch it, there's a lot of dead air. There's dead air.
Yeah.
Because we're more watching the movie than talking about it like we're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, but this Saturday, we will be Blaze and I will be live at Buckeye Axe Throwing here in Newark for their Halloween glow party.
Yeah.
We'll be doing the show live there again. I will
I'll
not
be there
be
virtually.
Yeah, Jeff will be there virtually. They're going to have live music by Reese Jordan. I'm really curious to hear this guy because he does country, rock, hip hop, folk type music.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
When?
Well,
Saturday.
yeah, but like his rap stuff is done in the style of like the country folk. I don't know, man. The dude's
Oh,
doing a lot.
Like what is it? It's called like Cowboy Troy does.
No. It's
Cowboy Troy's
we'll
hip
get some-
hop. Hip hop.
Yeah, we'll don't worry. We'll get live.
Well, like
footage of him
Leon Bridges.
performing.
Leon Bridges does like rock, funk, country.
Yeah, we'll get live footage of him performing Saturday night. So we'll be there. So anybody that listens in the Central Ohio area, or if you want to take a road trip this weekend, come on out. All the information is shared onto our Facebook page. Come on out, hang out. It's a costume party. It's a glow party. You got live music. You got nonsensical nonsense there. You got good drinks. You can sip on some beverages and have fun. And you can see Blaze and I in our matching costumes.
I've already seen them. They're hilarious. They're so cute.
We got a couple's costume. He's peanut butter. I'm jelly.
Oh dear God.
No, we actually got some really cool costumes. I think they're gonna be awesome. But yeah, check out the rest of the network. Mondays is Men Caring for Men. It's a men's mental health podcast. Tuesdays is Glick's House of Music. I'm hanging out with up and coming artists. We're getting to know them. We're shooting the shit. We're having a good time. Check out last night's episode. Replay is on YouTube with Katrina Bree. She was awesome. We could have talked for hours, and I can't wait to get her back up on one of the shows and hang out with her again. Wednesdays is this year's show right here. What the fuck news? If it's in the news and it makes us say what the fuck, yeah, we're going to talk about it and add our 2 cents. Thursdays is Cash's Corner with Cash and myself. We're every other Thursday. We're talking some wrestling, some WWE wrestling. Friday nights is Nonsense and Chill. Jeff and Blaze watching movies, talking about them, hanging out, having a good time on a Friday night. Saturday nights, the main event, nonsensical nonsense. We call it the Open Door Challenge. We drop the link in the chat, and we let the lunatics take over the asylum on Saturday nights. Sundays is Unnecessary Roughness. It is your kickoff to kick off. We're talking football. We're making picks. We're making predictions. We're talking some shit. We're just having a good time. Also on Sundays, every once in a great while, is Jeff's Garage. I don't know when he's going to get back to a regular schedule, but
working on it.
Just keep an eye out for it. And then, like I said tonight, we do have a brand new show that will be debuting here in a couple weeks. On Mondays, it'll be all things to do with motorsports and reptiles. So,
such an interesting
topic. I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to have an interesting time building a logo and helping Wally come up.
I already got ideas.
With a show name and finding some intro music and doing some music. So we got a couple weeks to come up with all that. But check us out, man. We're literally everywhere. Shows are live Monday through Sunday. bio.link/nonsensical network, or just Google the Nonsensical Network. We're not hard to find. Give us a follow, give us a like, give us a share if you'd be so kind. Greatly appreciate it. Brian.
Yeah.
You got anything, any final thoughts before we shut down shop?
No. I mean, just enjoy my time off.
Brian, don't be a stranger while you're home this week. When do you go back out? You leave out this Tuesday?
The 22nd.
Or
I head back. Yeah.
Okay.
Next Tuesday. Tuesday.
Don't be a stranger while you're around.
No.
Saturday, we're not going to do the Open Door Challenge, but there's a couple people, specifically Brian being one of them. I want to make sure he gets a link. That way, I would like to have somebody, maybe one or two. I'm gonna shoot Chaka the link if he wants to come up for a little bit. That way, if Blaze and I are doing things, you're not necessarily
we're not just sitting there.
Yeah.
So Glick's in the bathroom again.
All I've been doing.
He decided to eat Taco Bell that was 3 days old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I've been doing this whole time is like just catching up on shows that I missed, that I normally would watch. So I've just been on a Star Trek Discovery binge watch right now.
Oh, Jesus Christ. But yeah, we'll make sure Brian gets an invite for Saturday night, so Jeff's not and then Chuck, I mean, hell, in all honesty, we could still do the open door challenge. I don't really give a damn. We'll be up on the big screen at the Axe Throwing Place, and I plan on being in front of the computer as much as I can be.
Jeff's biggest fan may show up. Glick finally met her. Excuse me.
Oh no! I know who she was, and don't let me forget about her because I want to regale you with stories of Miss Excuse Me from last Saturday night, Jeff, when you weren't here.
Oh.
You were no longer her number one.
Oh, well,
it's Daddy Cam now.
Daddy Cam. But no, we do appreciate y'all listening. We appreciate you guys hanging out. Jeff, what you got before you get the fuck out of here?
It's better for us to talk about the news than to be in the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that is the news that makes us say, what
the
fuck is wrong with this one? Yeah. And I'm gonna try this outro so that I don't have to do anything. I can just hit the stop button
awesome.
and then it'll just do its thing.
Yep.
Yeah. In stream. Yeah. Play outro and in stream.
Chevy Silverado, peeling the label off a long neck bottle. Ain't thinking about tomorrow or will follow. I'm just living every moment I borrow in my Chevy. Run fine, but it still ain't driving. Sometimes I enjoy my silence. Cold beer with the moonlight shining. Right here, that's where you'll find it. That's perfect time. You ain't heard I'm vibing. That's the words I'm trying to use to prove I ain't lying. Just chilling with the window down. You can hear that sound. Crickets in the background. You can feel that now. Just chilling with the window down. You can hear that sound. Crickets in the background. You can feel that now. I'm in my Chevy Silverado, peeling the label off a long neck bottle. Ain't thinking about tomorrow or will follow. I'm just living every moment I borrow in my Chevy. Just recline, unwind in the moonlight or the sunshine. It's your life and I got mine. Cause sometimes all we got's time. Creekside in the tall pines, maybe beachside with the palm skies. Or mountain weather living too cool. On plus leather feeling too smooth. I'm in my Chevy Silverado, peeling the label off a long neck bottle. Ain't thinking about tomorrow or will follow. I'm just living every moment I borrow in my Chevy. I'm in my Chevy Silverado, peeling the label off a long neck bottle. Ain't thinking about tomorrow or will follow. I'm just living every moment I borrow in my Chevy. Just chilling with the window down. You can hear that sound. Crickets in the background. You can feel that now.